what the U.S. would do, how far it would go to get that out of Iran's hands. As he stated, Iran has agreed to hand it over. He said that they've agreed to almost everything and that a deal seems very close.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House. The president also saying he may travel to Islamabad, Pakistan for the signing of a deal. President Trump also says a U.S. blockade of Iranian ports may be even more effective than all the bombing, though Iran disputes the effectiveness. The president speaking earlier today with the Israeli prime minister and the president of Lebanon, who've agreed to a 10-day ceasefire set to begin 2 hours from now, with both leaders invited to talks in Washington.
And they'll be meeting, probably coming to the White House over the next 4 or 5 days.
Posting earlier that the goal is lasting peace, Israeli forces have been fighting Iran proxy Hezbollah in Lebanon. The president taking questions just before heading to Las Vegas for an event focused on his economic agenda later today. Virginia's new governor says she's deeply saddened by what happened last night when police say former Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax killed his wife and then himself in their home. Governor Spanberger calling it a horrific tragedy, adding she's praying for the couple's children, teenagers who were home at the time. Police say a messy divorce had been underway. America is listening to Fox News.
For 250 years, Americans have believed in one powerful idea. We were meant to live free. Free to pursue our future and work hard. Free to move. Free to enjoy life without being held back. But if everyday aches and pains are slowing you down, it might be time to declare your independence from pain. I tried everything and anything to help me get rid of my pain, and nothing freed me. It just masked the pain, and the side effects diminished my quality of life. I'm sure you have been there if you have real bad pain. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free, research-based formula that is designed to help your body fight inflammation, one of the root causes of pain. And it is not a quick fix or a temporary mask. It works from the inside out, at the source. Relief Factor. It was created for people to get back to living their life on their terms. Is that you? Walking, working, exercising, enjoying the moments that matter? This year, as we celebrate 250 years of American independence, take your stand for your own freedom. Declare your independence from pain. Try Relief Factor today. 1995, 3-week quick start. Ready for you right now. Visit relieffactor.com, 800-4-RELIEF.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. Pete Davis will be back. There's good news in his future, apparently, with good happiness. But we have it's a Victor Thursday. It's right. Victor's. It's in the house. And we got Jeff on the thing. And we got Flounder in the back with a mechanical. Oh, my God. It's like we're double teaming double. Oh, my God. It's unbelievable. It's only Thursday. And by the way, I'm about to wet my pants. If Donald Trump, let's just quickly review. If Donald Trump, just in the last few months, is going to capture Venezuela's guy, settle the Venezuelan thing, eventually take Cuba, take care of Iran's nuclear problems by one of the greatest military achievements in the history of military warfare, bombing into the, remember when he took months ago, took it onto the underground stuff? Oh, my God. And now is solving the Gaza Strip business, getting some peace going on with that stuff. And now he's got Iran, and he's got ceasefire with Hezbollah, Lebanon, and Israel. And he's going to go to Pakistan to sign a deal with, oh, my God, he's going to bring peace to the world. What did I tell you? Donald Trump is changing the world. And what's killing me, how in the hell, if he pulls all this off, I mean, think about it. If the deal's going to be Iran, no nukes, the world is now safe from Iranian nukes. Right. I mean, holy crap, that alone. If he pulls all this off and changes the Middle East and everything's happens, how in the world could the Democrats and could the liberals not reward him and say, boy, good job. I mean, seriously, I can't wait till him pull this off. And by the way, the end of the summer, let's say, gas prices are back to like 90 cents a gallon. And, everybody's freaking 401k's got an extra 700% in it or something. I mean, what are they going to come up with? I mean, this is unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
You're right. And they hate him for it.
Oh,
and look did you hear Chuck U. Schumer the other day in New York?
That scumbag. That
Unbelievable.
Pile of pus. Suspected child molester. I mean, look, I'm serious. Look at that man's face. Look, I guarantee you, at first I thought he was only a child molester of little girls, but I think it's it's anything. If he can hold it. I mean, I'm sure. I think he's just a slimy scumbag. He's a liar and a cheat and a traitor to his country. He will say anything and try to label anything with Donald Trump and and conservatives to continue power for an old fart who should have been gone a long time ago. Look at the man.
I agree. 100%. He's afraid of AOC, so he's doing all of this stuff because...
Anyway, I'm just... All right. Anyway, so we got a lot of that kind of stuff. Plus, we got a lot of God stuff. We got a lot of Pope stuff. We got comments on the Pope. We got the Pope who apparently was listening a little too much to Pulp Fiction and misquoted a couple of Bible verses himself there, like 2 Corinthians or triple Corinthians or Corinthians or whatever way you want to say it at any given time. I mean, so we got a lot of that stuff. We got Pete Hegseth, the war secretary. Yes. We got a lot of showbiz kind of crap, including Elizabeth Banks, who, we'll talk about her. An Iranian professional, I believe Iranian doctor, is going to talk about Elizabeth Banks, a famous actress, complaining about how white women didn't vote for Carmela Sidepiece, and then complaining about what America's going through and not supporting immigrants over, and she's getting blasted for that. Anyway, so we got showbiz type stuff. What else we got? A billion things. And our phone number. Our phone number is 404. I got to settle down. I know, Donald, the ceasefire with that thing, and then a deal with Iran that he says will include the nuclear. I mean, that's unbelievable. If he can pull that off. By the way, Lebanon and Israel have not had a ceasefire or a peaceful situation in 34 years.
They haven't even gotten together to speak.
34 years, and they're going to be both coming to the White House. Honest to God, if Donald Trump pulls all this off, it's just unbelievable.
Incredible.
All right, anyway, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We got all that. I'm also, when we get to the newsy thing here, I'm going to start off with a hero story, which I really like. Also, when I was talking to T-Baby last night, I call her T-Baby, Tulsi Gabbard. Mm-hmm. She calls me before she goes to bed just to, check.
Just to check in.
If I got any ideas, she likes my voice. So,
who doesn't?
I go real down. I go like this, I say, the camera does have a little audio service for some of the ladies who might like a little kind of funny wake-up call.
She's an honorary Kimmer.
Honorary Kimmer, babe, yeah. Anyway, so she's asking me for that, and she listened to me about finally filing some freaking charges about those 2 scandals I mentioned yesterday. 2 of the biggest scandals of the Biden crime family administration, and now one of the 2 guys mentioned are going to be investigated for crimes, actual crimes. So that's good. So we got all that. Anyway, that's kind of what's. Shannon Burke. At 5 o'clock today.
Sweet.
So that'll be fun. And let's see. No, always fun talking to Shannon down in Florida.
Yeah.
Because we worked together for so long. And in fact, I joke around all the time. Have you ever seen Shannon Burke? I've
never met Shannon Burke, but I've heard of
Jeff, and by Jeff's on the board, Jeff is our new enabling
guy behind the board thing.
Is, officially working the board stuff. Flounders there in the back to checking all this kind of stuff. And the first time I saw Shannon Burke, I met it, brought him, this back, we worked this 20 years ago, or whatever it was, 10 years ago at least, more than that. And he came at the radio station. He's got tattoos everywhere.
Does
neck, wow. And I think I called him penitentiary face or something. Penitentiary face.
Penitentiary face, of course you did.
Yeah, here's a new midday host, Death Row, right here over here. Anyway, but he's a great guy. I mean, he's clever, he's smart, he's just a great guy, and he's a tough guy, and he's a Harley rider, and he's he's a terrific guy.
One of the best talk show guys in the business.
He is, absolutely is. I wish we had him here. I wish we could put him on and eliminate somebody for things. No, I don't. No, not that I would never want to get rid of,
of course.
Me, they'll get rid of me. If they could put him in for me, that would be better. If they could only get somebody 3 to 6, I don't know. Shannon Burke, 3 to 6 tomorrow.
There you go.
No, I really, he'd be great. He's great. He's freaking great.
He's a good guy. I've listened to him for a while.
Anyway, so there you go. All right, now let's see. A couple of quick questions. Today coming down Terrell Mill Road, which is that the same as Old Roswell? I don't know. It changes something. Anyway, coming in before I got to Powers Ferry, and the road is one of those 5-lane roads. There's 2 lanes on the right, 2 lanes going the other direction, and then there's a lane in the middle because all the subdivisions, so you need a turn lane. Right. So it's basically a 5-lane. It's not a divided highway with a median, but it's a 5-lane road. Major, Terrell Mill. People know roads like that. Okay, so I'm driving. I'm in the right-hand lane. Not a lot of traffic, and all of a sudden I see two motorcycle cops, flashing lights coming at me, and then another one behind them, and I think, oh, something's going on, and it was a funeral. Oh. Now, ahead of me, about at least 200 or 300 yards, a couple of cars stopped. And the funeral was coming, and then I thought to myself, oh my God, I forgot the rule. Do you stop for a funeral? On a on a road, on a highway like that?
Like that, yeah.
Well, it depends, because sometimes usually there's a cop car. You know how a lot of the times...
That's what I'm thinking. Usually they will stop you. They will have a motorcycle, but they were going.
If there's not a motorcycle or a cop car, I mean...
Well, no, there were cop cars who led the not parade, led the motorcade, the procession. Right. But they didn't stop any. I know in past there have been funerals where the cop will actually stop traffic. Right. But again, that's like a two-lane road.
Exactly.
This was but again, I thought, I didn't want to be disrespectful, so I did stop. Mm-hmm. And then I saw somebody from a neighborhood pull out in front of one of the guys. Said, "Well, I guess that's the end of that."
Like, so. If it's on the highway, which I've seen before as well, you just kind of don't go in that lane.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but again, I thought to myself, I don't know the rule. Yeah. I mean, I don't know I don't know if it's disrespectful or if you only pull over if a cop wants you to pull over. Right. I don't really know. I
think in that case, like you said, if it's a 2-lane, definitely. Yeah. If it's more than that, then...
Or, on the other hand, if it's also a lot of traffic, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I would assume if it was a time of day, like in rush hour in a major part of the city, there would be police officers holding traffic, so it wouldn't be a jam. But I don't know. But anyway, I thought I threw it out there, and if somebody knows anything, a lot more than I do, which is frequently, by the way. Also, last night going home, speaking of Terrell Mill and Powers Ferry, right at the corner there, that Shell gas station, $5.20 a gallon.
Wow.
$5.20
for premium?
Yeah. A week ago, what's today's Thursday? Last, I think, like maybe Friday or Saturday, or maybe it was 8 or 9, 10 days ago. It was $5.10. And then I remarked again, like 2 days ago, or a couple days, 3 days ago, when I went to fill up again. I only have a 12-gallon tank, so I fill up frequently. Right. And I went to fill up again, and it was 60 cents less 3 days after the 5.10. Mm-hmm. Now it's back to 5.20.
Wow.
But again, this is all because of the blockade stuff and the price. And also, they also do it because they can get away with it. Mm-hmm. The gas that's in those tanks has been there for months.
Right. You
know, they have tank farms, and the gas from the Middle East has been sitting in there for a couple of months, and they paid a certain price for it back then. But now they know, I can jack this up another 20 cents.
Go up a little bit. Yeah.
Anyway, but again, and to be fair, the gas stations make most of their money on the stuff they sell inside. Right. They don't get that much of a profit on the gasoline, as I understand it. However, I think they are able to manipulate because of the tank farms and the delay in the things and so forth. But whatever. Anyway, it's the way it goes. And by the end of I'm telling you, I believe that over this summer everything's going to start changing. Yeah. And honestly, if Donald Trump pulls off Lebanon and the ceasefire in Israel and Gaza Strip and Iran nuclear things and takes out the stuff and opens the Straits, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Venezuela, and it's unbelievable.
And Cuba. That's awesome.
3:14 already. Holy cow. It's a Kimmer. Pete will be back. Flounders here with Jeff, and Victor's in the house. And your calls, too, on 106.3. It's a beautiful, hot Thursday afternoon. And Braves have the day off, which is nice. We'll be back. Look out. Hold on. There we go.
The president has drawn a clear line. Law and order must come first, and surrendering to mob pressure just invites more chaos. As these complicated stories unfold, you need the most trusted local and national voices of Extra 106.3 to make sense of it all. And most importantly, how it affects your family and your community. Proud to be Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Join Daniel Matalon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. This week's guests are Francie Chapman and Dr. Dawn Atkins from Rock Bottom to Redemption. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
You hear bail bonds and you think one thing. someone to get you out of a jam. But A Second Chance Bail Bonds is built differently. This family-run team, led by brothers Daniel and Ryan Madelon, believes everyone deserves a second chance. And they prove it every day through the A Second Chance Community Foundation. They support local nonprofits, partner with law enforcement, and stay active in community programs, food drives, and safety initiatives. Bottom line, they don't just work in the community, they're part of it. Learn more at a2cfoundation.org. That's a2cfoundation.org.
When Atlanta drivers want strength, capability, and comfort in one place, they head to Jim Ellis Buick GMC.
That's because Buick and GMC deliver everything from refined luxury to serious professional-grade performance, and Jim Ellis Buick GMC makes the buying experience quick, easy, and transparent.
Whether you're looking for a rugged GMC Sierra, a versatile Acadia, or a refined Buick Enclave, you'll find a huge selection in stock right now.
And just like every Jim Ellis dealership, you can shop your way. Start online, value your trade, schedule a test drive, even handle paperwork from home.
Or stop by and experience the no-pressure, straightforward approach Jim Ellis is known for.
Find your new Buick GMC at JimEllisBuickGMC.com or shop in person for a VIP shopping experience designed around your needs.
2 convenient locations to serve you. In Chamblee on Peachtree Boulevard, just inside the perimeter, or up Highway 20 in Buford near the Mall of Georgia.
Jim Ellis Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
This is Flounder, and if you want fewer HVAC surprises, call Dobbs Heating and Air. The Dobbs Club membership includes 2 maintenance visits a year, and right now you get a 3rd visit free. That means better efficiency, longer system life, and improved indoor air quality. You get priority scheduling, 15% off repairs, and no overtime charges. Plans start at just $199 with membership starting at $17 a month. Service calls are only $85. Dobbs Heating and Air. Local, honest, and dependable. Find them at DobbsHVAC.com.
Join the Georgia Swarm for an international celebration of culture, color, and community at Swarm World Fest Night. It takes place this Saturday, April 18th at 4 p.m. at Gas South Arena in Duluth. Enjoy performances, activities, and a global celebration of lacrosse and more. Don't miss this exciting event, the last regular season game before the Swarm head to the playoffs. Get your tickets now at GeorgiaSwarm.com for Saturday, April 18th at 4 p.m. at Gas South Arena. GeorgiaSwarm.com.
Great, another auto repair. You took it to the dealer and now you're starting to panic. They say it's going to cost thousands and take weeks to complete. So don't fall for the tricks. Take it to Vicks. From simple oil changes and tires to transmission replacements and collision repair, you can count on Vicks Auto Care for honest, affordable service. Vicks Auto Care on Roswell Street in Marietta. Visit them today at VicksAutoCare.com. That's VIKS Autocare.com.
The NBA playoffs are right around the corner, and now you can trade every game on Kalshi. You can also trade on who wins each series, the conference finals, and the championship. On Kalshi, you're trading against other people in live market. No house, no odds makers. And as the odds move, you can buy in or out anytime throughout the postseason. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code ACTION to get $10 off when you trade $10. That's code ACTION. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Former Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich is strongly endorsing conservative Rick Jackson for governor. Here's Newt.
Few fought harder for President Trump than me, but nobody will fight harder for you than Rick Jackson. I've known Rick for over 20 years. He came from nothing, built a real business, and saved thousands of lives through his conservative Christian organizations.
America First warrior Newt Gingrich strongly endorses conservative Rick Jackson.
Like Trump, Rick is a once-in-a-generation leader. And like Trump, he can't be bought, he won't be intimidated, and the corrupt insiders know it. That's why they're scared. Rick will freeze insane property taxes, cut income taxes, and he'll fight for you, not the insiders. Join me in supporting my friend, Rick Jackson.
Stand with conservative Newt Gingrich and vote for the conservative outsider, Rick Jackson, for governor.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Jeff, I believe you're supposed to be turning on my microphone. If you could check with Flounder there, please. I'm just admiring. I do want to move my hands because I got the paper standing straight up. Do you see that, Victor? Look at this.
Now that's talent.
I was freaking magic, man.
Talent from the legend himself.
Well, there's one thing you can get up.
Oh, very funny. Oh, my God. Oh, no, he's officially a part of the team. Oh, my God.
He did not do the go
I guess he's going to get extra for that. Very funny. You see if you get to where I am. Anyway, how you all doing? It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. I'm going to put that in my book. Shut Up and Leave Me Alone. It's coming out in a couple of months.
That's excellent. Excellent.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go. David Lee, we know this. That's a good song. I like this song. Jump. In fact, this was the one when I was in Chicago for a couple of years, and I was a TV anchorman, and then they put me in sports, and I covered the Cubs every home game live for WLS TV for that summer of '84. And they would play this song when the Cubs came on the field.
Excellent.
And anyway, so that's a scoop. But that was kind of fun. Every single home game, man. That's where I hit a home run at Wrigley Field.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
You said.
Jeff hasn't heard all my stories.
He has not heard that.
Have you heard my home run story?
I did.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
No.
Anyway, 1993, David Lee Roth was arrested in New York's Washington Square Park because he allegedly bought a $10 bag of marijuana. Apparently, they just said, don't do it anymore, and made him be good, and everything's fine. Anyway, let's see. Birthday list includes Peter Billingsley, the Christmas Story, shoot your eye at a BB gun guy.
Yes.
Peter Billingsley is freaking 55 years old today, which is good. And this is this is the feast day of Saint Bernadette, specially celebrated at Lourdes, France, where the location of healing waters was revealed to 14-year-old Bernadette Soubriol in 1858. The 14-year-old girl claimed to experience a series of visions of a young lady identified as the Immaculate Conception. The vision asked for a chapel to be built at the nearby cave grotto. Several churches were built around the cave where the apparitions occurred, forming the sanctuary of Our Lady of Lourdes. The water streaming inside the cave from a spring discovered by Bernadette during the apparitions is said to have healing properties, attracting millions of sick pilgrims every year. And it started in 1858. 14-year-old Bernadette. Today is a feast day in her honor. Pretty cool. Let's see. Kim Rapide will be back. He's doing fine. And Victor's joining us here today.
Yes.
And we have Jeff and Flounder at the controls here in the booth. How was your golf game yesterday? You play golf yesterday?
You know what? So I hit some balls. Now, I was just practicing because I'm really horrible. I'm not good enough to be on an actual course.
Well, that's as it should be.
But no,
at least you know that. By the way, guys who don't play golf show up on a Saturday afternoon at a public
get in the
course.
way.
Yeah. Oh, I've never hit this before. Oh my God. Anyway, so.
No, that is not me.
No.
I just on the property. I whack some golf balls, and I love it. And you know what's crazy? I can hit straight, but I go get on a course, forget about it.
Yeah, well, driving range pros, they call us.
Yes.
We can hit great until we hit the first tee.
Hit the first tee.
Anyway. Yeah. All right, and so here's the deal. Kimmer, he'll be back, and Victor's here and the whole crew. Our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Shannon Burke joining us live at 5 o'clock here today. And I want to start with a happy story, and I'm going to salute a young lady here, and I think it's a lesson. I hope parents tell things like this to all their children. In Michigan, a 16-year-old girl in Hamtramck, which is I think it's all Muslim now, which is, as long as they love America, that's fine by me.
I was going to say,
we love Muslims if they're, if they're here because they want to be American and they love American values, stuff like that. If they're trying to change us, then we have a problem with that. But anyway, so this young girl in Hamtramck, Michigan, 16 years old, waiting at the bus stop or going to school, and a stranger saw her walking to the bus stop, and he had a gun. So he kidnapped her, took her to a Sunoco gas station, and he told her to buy cigarettes for him, to pay for them. He wanted cigarettes, told her to pay for them. So a clerk behind the counter at the Michigan gas station, Sunoco station, Hamtramck, said, when he asked her to pay for the cigarettes, I stopped and I thought to myself, wait a minute, something's wrong here. And she mouth-talked to me, like with no sound, the word help. The clerk is named Abradumaban Abolalam. And he told the local reporters that he came out from behind the protective glass, confronted the guy, kicked him out, and ushered the kidnapped teenage girl behind him. I said, get out of here. I said, girl, go behind me. Go behind me. Students who witnessed the kidnapping helped the cops track the girl's phone, and it led police cars to rush into the gas station parking lot as the clerk, Abro Hatim, was kicking the kidnapper out of the store, and the cops got him. So this guy, and again, I'm going to say it because everybody taught, if you go to a gas station, they're all foreigners. They're all, right? So we make fun. Well, this guy was a name. Now, I don't know anything about it, but I think we should pay tribute to the guy.
Absolutely.
That his name, and again, I know I mispronounced it, and I'll never do any better. Abdul Rahman Aboatem. Aboatem. I'm sorry. Anyway, he was a clerk. And they tracked his phone. By the way, this scumbag has a history of rape charges.
Wow.
And he's going to a court today. And this clerk, God bless her. But again, the girl, she must have been scared to death with a gun. He kidnapped her with guns, with a gunpoint, 16 years old, just going to school. And she had, thank God she was smart enough to be able to, to say the word that he didn't spot her. And I hope, that let that be a lesson. Don't be, obviously be afraid, but, think about your surroundings. Think about what you can do if you're in a situation like that to help yourself. And also, let's review. If you're walking down somewhere and there's somebody in front of you or off to the side, or you see, in particular, a girl, not necessarily, but let's say a child or a girl, a young girl, and they're doing, is it this the sign for help? I think it's squeezing the fingers into the palm. Isn't that it?
Right. I've seen videos with a lot of teaching that.
And if you see some, I always say girl because that's the example of a girl being kidnapped, like this one. But if you see a person who looks like they're not, in love with the guy next to him and got his arm around her or something doing this, but what the hell's that? I feel like an idiot now because I used to know. I think you tuck the thumb in and you go like this.
Yeah, I think you're right because I've seen the videos and they do it. The girl do it behind her back.
Yeah, and I think you tuck the Flounder. Didn't you have any idea on this?
No, not a clue.
I got it.
Not my cup of tea.
No, I wouldn't think so. But anyway, so we'll figure it out. Somebody will tell us or not. But anyway, so just be aware, and God bless her, your poor kid.
Yeah.
And the guy was, it's too bad they didn't shoot him.
Yeah, right.
Seriously, these people will never change.
They won't.
328. Now we got a lot of Pope stuff coming up here. We'll get to it all. But first, I do want to salute Tulsi. She now the director of intelligence, national intelligence. She has now decided that. She decided before. It's happening now. They're going to actually seek criminal prosecution. Excuse me. Against the two scumbags who are responsible, including the former Intelligence Community Inspector General. That's how high the swamp went up. Yeah. The Inspector General of the Intelligence Community, Michael Atkinson, did not follow proper procedure. He got a report from a fake whistleblower who was with the CIA who went to Democratic lawmakers and said, hey, Donald Trump made a phone call trying to pressure Ukrainian President Zelensky. You ought to impeach him. And the fact of the matter was nobody who reported this had never heard anything about a phone call. They made it all up. They faked it. They had phony briefings. They kept the information away from House Intelligence Committee people, and more declassified documents show they had no evidence, lack of any accounts, and they faked this whole thing to get Donald Trump impeached, and he got impeached. They did it. They pulled it off. They impeached him.
What was that?
He was found not guilty, but he was impeached. They actually got away with it. And now Tulsi says, oh, yeah, you don't get to do that. And she's going after criminal charges for these two scumbags who are involved with the CIA and the National Intelligence Community. That's how high up the swamp goes. It doesn't get any higher.
No. That's total
That's it. The CIA? Who's above the CIA?
Not even the president, apparently.
God.
No.
Anyway. Everything all right in there? I saw you running around. Did you find the answer? What? I see a hand. I can't see much. You're still got to see. So Jeff's going on with phone. He's got the full darkness going on in there.
Flounder likes it dark.
I saw a hand, I think, in the back.
Flounder likes the mood
Are you trying to get in touch with me? I don't know. No, yes. I guess. I don't know. Is this doing anything?
Let's just go with no.
All right. Well, they're not even talking to me now, so I don't know what's going on. And we're thumbs up. We have thumbs. We have thumbs. It's 3:30 with thumbs. We have thumbs and 3:30. So by God. Well, that's it for me. Good night, everybody. Oh, Lordy. Oh, woo.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
So just curious, are you going away for a while this summer vacation coming up or anything? Maybe you need to get that Atlanta safe house safe to protect your stuff. Yes, that's true. In fact, just recently I lost my wallet for a while, and before I found it, thank goodness a lady in the neighborhood, man, if I needed those numbers for various things, if you don't have them locked up where you can find them safe and sound, Atlanta Safe House has the solution for you. Yes, it's true. They've got like 500 of them right now. They moved to a new location is Union Hill Road in Alpharetta. And they have specials and deals and rebates, famous for their rebates, especially like Fort Knox safes and Browning. That's the first one I had as a gun safe years ago. You're saving you a bunch of money. Little Betty safes, jewelry safes, pistol safes, bows and arrows. They protect documents, things you want to save, like medical records. Boy, did I find out the hard way down in Florida with no safe. Anyway, now my kids know where to go if they're looking for my what's left of any bank accounts and real estate things, marriage, divorce papers, and medical records in particular. Things you've done by the law, whatever. You're keeping your stuff safe and sound. And they're never giving out your master reset code either. Protecting your rights and your stuff. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Calling all contractors. Stovall & Company Wholesale Landscape Supply is here for you.
We've been family owned and operated for more than 75 years, and we just opened our 11th location in Canton, Georgia.
We are proud to provide all your wholesale irrigation, nursery, and landscape supply needs.
We are partnered with Keystone Hardscape to offer a wide variety of products to enhance any outdoor living space.
Here at Stovall, we have it all. Check us out at StovallInc.com or visit any of our convenient locations throughout North Georgia.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I know a lot of our listeners, they've heard about the big, beautiful bill, but they might not fully understand all 900 pages of it. So what are some of the most important things folks need to know when it comes to taxes as they approach their retirement?
Oh, Kevin, I imagine the politicians don't know what half of that 900-page document was about. But as it pertains to financial planning, there's some major tax changes. Things like no tax on tips, some big deductions and changes to the way we pay taxes on Social Security. There's also some big changes to the way we're actually allowed to do SALT and other deductions to minimize what we pay from a tax perspective. But your CPA has got to be aware and got to be planning for that. So we've got to get to work on that.
I know it's 900 plus pages, Evan, but ultimately it's probably not what everyone had on their summer reading list. But ultimately, we know tax implications, they can really derail a retirement plan when all's said and done, can't they?
Well, 100%. I mean, think of it this way. If you make $1, but then you got to give half of it or more to Uncle Sam, and trust me, between capital gains taxes, taxes on your Social Security, taxes on your ordinary income and dividend and interest income, you're going to be giving a huge chunk to Uncle Sam unless we do some proper planning. And with that, we can minimize, in some cases, completely eliminate the taxes that you're paying.
A new tax plan can mean new tax strategies. And if you'd like to learn more, give Atlas Retirement a call today and let them put together a complimentary tax map just for you with absolutely no obligation. Give them a call today, 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799 or online at atlasretirement.net. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This
This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Hey, it's Front Office Los with Tom, the honest car guy. Let's talk about the new way to buy a car in 2026. Tell me how you can save clients thousands of dollars in this process.
I got a customer here, Jeff Everhart. I met him today first time because I delivered his 25 model Honda Pilot, fully loaded with only 16,000 miles on it. Jeff, answer Los's question about that one.
It was actually shocking. I mean, you hear the advertisements, you want to believe it, and then when you go through with the sale, and there's no extras, there's no dock fees, there's no storage fees, no transportation fees. The price I was given was the price that I paid plus their honest fee. I did save thousands of dollars, and it was a very quick sale.
Well, we appreciate that.
And did it from my living room.
Did it from your living room.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
From the latest breaking news to the conservative voices you know and trust, your best new follow on social media is Extra 1063. We're at XTRA 1063 on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and LinkedIn, and pretty much any social media you scroll through every day. And we drop exclusive giveaways, new daily content, and the latest breaking news from Georgia and across this great nation. Interact with your favorite Extra personalities. Get the latest on our live events and so much more. Follow at Extra 1063 across all your social media and keep up with Atlanta's only conservative voice.
Jeff, I was only messing with you. You don't have to turn on my mic. He beat me to it. Poor bastard.
We thank you, Jeff.
He can't wait to, finish his training and get on someone else's show.
Jeff, did you put in a request to move?
Well, I noticed we aren't getting Bryce anymore. Poor Bill. The morning show put the kibosh on that one, I guarantee it.
Yeah, I think yes.
Yeah. Anyway. It's all good. All right, here we go. Music here. You can pull with this. Oh, that was, it's just Kiss. Never got any of this music. I just, I know. It's like,
I love it.
My parents loved big band and didn't understand the Beatles, but so this is generation thing. And really,
right?
I could never listen. If I had a girl on my couch and we're just listening to music, it wouldn't be this. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I guess unless she likes to be roughed up, I'm just saying. I don't know. It's possible.
I mean,
we've all,
to each their own.
You ever had chicks just want you, give me pull her hair, the whole thing there, No, you're not asking. You're not asking for it, Just.
Oh my God.
We joke, we tease. It's man time, getting me off my back.
All right, there you go.
All right, 1996. Kiss appeared in full makeup at the 38th Grammy Awards. They announced a reunion tour. It would mark the first time all 4 members of Kiss would appear together, first time in more than 15 years, and they announced it in 1996 on this day. Our birthday list includes Martin Lawrence, 61 years old, Bad Boys, Big Mama, and by the way, when I do my birthday list either early in the morning, one of the first things like before 6 and stuff, or late at night before I do. And when I looked him up, the birthdays last night, he's not on the birthday list that we get sent, that Flounder finds for me. So that's why I do a couple of different things. And Martin Lawrence is on the one I looked up, 61 years old. And when I looked up the bio on it, it said that he had served 5 years in prison as a convicted drug dealer. I said, whoa, wait a minute. There's a different Martin Lawrence. It is not Martin Lawrence, the actor.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, geez, I wonder how many people get that confused. Anyway, Martin Lawrence, the comedian and actor from Bad Boys and Big Mama, is 61. Now, he's had a little problem with marijuana. He enjoyed smoking a little weed. Got confused one time doing something, but he's not the other guy, the bad guy.
Right, not the bad guy.
No. Now, our history list today, a history note, includes a nationwide vaccine program against the disease polio began on this day in 1955. Jonas Salk's vaccine Before the vaccine, there were about 15,000 cases of paralysis and almost 2,000 deaths every year from polio in America. Jonas Salk did not patent the vaccine in order to make it available to everybody. When someone asked who owned the patent to the polio vaccine, Dr. Jonas Salk said, well, the people, I would say. There is no patent. Could you patent the sun? It's estimated that if he had put a patent on the polio vaccine, it would be worth billions. Oh. Wow. And it would. Mm-hmm. I remember taking it, and I remember, and I can't remember whether it was, we got the scratches that left a scar, and we drank the pink fluid. I think the pink liquid was the polio vaccine. Jeff, you're not old enough to remember those days, are you?
I know the scar was smallpox.
The scar was smallpox, and that actually did leave a scar on your arm. But I think the first polio vaccine we got was either the sugar cubes or the little pink liquid, little teeny like you get at the dentist's office, little jar, pink liquid thing.
I remember getting sugar cubes when I was in its late 60s, but yeah. I don't know what it was before.
Yeah. Anyway, but it was Jonas Salk, and what a thing is, you can't patent this, and everybody should have this. Mm-hmm. I mean, what a nice story.
What a different way of thinking back then.
All right, 3:41 already. Holy cow! Kimmer, Pete will be back. Flounders here, and Jeff's here, and Victor's here with us on a special Thursday Victor show. Here's kind of a special thing. Now we're going to play a little stuff here. This is incredible. This whole thing with the Pope and sound bites and God and who should be talking about what with politics and the church and all that stuff. Here we go. The Pope is doubling down and sharing messages of unity. We're going to play cut number 4, and then we're going to play cut number 1, and then we're going to play cut number 4 here in just a second, Jeff. Pope Leo was talking about peace and healing after the latest broadside from the White House. It says they called it an angry broadside. I don't know who wrote this script, but they obviously are anti-Trump.
Probably CNN.
Anyway, they've been talking about days of insulting the pontiff, not being truthful in matters of theology and so forth. Well, when the Pope was asked, he was getting ready to go over to Cameroon on a visit for 11 days to Africa, and somebody asked him, we're going to play cut number 1 here. Somebody asked him what he would say to Catholics in Europe. Hold on, get my cut sheet here. To Catholics in Europe who believe that Islam is a threat to Christian identity of the West. Is Islam a threat to Christian identity in the West? Here's what Pope Leo responded.
I know that in Europe there are many times fears that are present but oftentimes generated by people who are against immigration and trying to keep out people who may be from another country, another religion, another race.
What?
And in that sense, I would say that we all need to work together. One of the values of this trip is precisely to raise the world's attention to the possibility that dialogue and friendship between Muslims and Christians is possible. I think one of the great lessons that Lebanon can teach to the world is precisely showing a land where Islam, Christianity are both present and are respected, and that there is a possibility to live together, to be friends. Stories, testimony, witnesses that we heard
that's fine. You can cut it there. You can cut it there. That's good. That's first cut. Now, he said the fears in Europe are generated by people who are against immigration. Oh, you mean like Donald Trump?
That's exactly what he meant.
You mean like every country in Europe now, after all of them came in and started taking over their culture? You mean the people like that are causing it? And now, cut number 4, this is the Pope basically misquoting the Bible. Cut number 4, Jeff, if you would.
Jesus told us, "Blessed are the peacemakers. But woe to those who manipulate religion in the very name of God for their own military, economic, or political gain, dragging that which is sacred into darkness and filth." Yes, my dear sisters and brothers, you who hunger and thirst for justice, who are poor, merciful, meek, and pure of heart, you who have wept, you are the light of the world.
He made that up. he got to the economic political gain, dragging that which is sacred into darkness and filth, and then the whole rest of it, he made it up. And critics are saying, now, wait a minute, you invented Jesus' words to push a political message? And then someone said, is this a next-level manipulation of faith or just creative preaching? I mean,
There's nothing creative about it.
No.
I mean...
This is why they should have gone with Cardinal Sarah instead of Pope Leo.
Yeah, Cardinal Sarah, who, by the way, happened to be a black cardinal who believes in,
Well, what he said? I got the quote right here. He said, wake up. Islam is a danger. If Christians don't start caring about our faith, Islam will take over the West.
Yeah.
And what did Pope Leo say? We should perhaps be less fearful of Islam.
Yeah.
Pope Leo said to let him in.
Less fearful of Islam, and the people causing the trouble are those opposed to immigration.
Wow.
I mean, how much more political can you get?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we got more coming up.
And we've stated this before, Kimmer.
Yeah.
God did not pick him.
No.
Yeah,
There was one point in his life he didn't know how to tie his shoes. Okay, and he was picking his nose like every other. He pulled some girl's hair in second grade, and and lied to the teacher, and all that stuff. It wasn't like God. Please, and no disrespect to religious people as an ordained minister. I don't have a special link. But God didn't single him out and say one day you're going to be the freaking Pope.
No,
okay, I think there was only really one person who might have had a special link to say you're it. I think there was one. I don't know. It could have been more. I don't know. I think it was one. I remember. I don't know.
12 people picked the Pope. 70 million picked Trump.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. I like that.
Therefore, all right, 3:46. It's only Thursday. We haven't even started yet. Shannon Burke at 5 too. Look out.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Boortz, and stay connected at the office. That's xtra1063.com.
Don't miss out as division rivals the Philadelphia Phillies come to Truist Park, April 24th through the 26th. The weekend begins with the Star Wars ticket package and theme night, where fans can interact with characters and enjoy an evening in a galaxy far, far away. Plus, fans who purchase the ticket package will receive a Matt Olson Mandalorian bobblehead. And then on Saturday, the Braves will celebrate Brian Snitker's legendary career with a pregame ceremony inducting him as the newest member of the Braves Hall of Fame.
And Acuna swings a mighty bat. That thing is way out of the ballpark.
The weekend wraps up with the mini Michael Harris II bobblehead giveaway for the first 3,000 kids through the gates on Sunday. April baseball concludes with the Detroit Tigers April 28th through the 30th. Fans can look forward to the Snoopy ticket package on April 28th, followed by the Chris Sale Bobble Card giveaway presented by Napa on April 29th. Visit Braves.com/promos to purchase your tickets for the jam-packed week of fun. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
I'm so sick of all these cheesy lawyer billboards. You might be too. If you're injured in a car crash, you don't hire a lawyer because they're sweet or strong or the biggest. You hire a lawyer who is recognized by their peers as one of the top lawyers in the state. You hire a lawyer who's going to listen to you, fight for you, and has the case results to prove it. That lawyer is me, Bruce Hagan, the people's lawyer. I've been proudly selected by my fellow lawyers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state for 21 consecutive years as a Georgia super lawyer. Hagan-law.com, Hagan-law.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Quick question. Are your tires ready for spring rain? If your tread is worn, traction drops fast on wet roads and stopping distance can increase when you need it most. Right now at Marietta Toyota, they can take care of you because it's the Toyota Tire Savings Event. Buy 3 tires and get the 4th for just $1. Get the right tires for your Toyota, installed by factory-trained technicians with road hazard coverage included on eligible tires. Toyota Tire Price Match is available, plus top brands and additional rebates that may be available. Voted Best of Cobb, Best New Car Dealership, Best Dealership Service Center for 2026. You can trust the work. Offer ends April 30th. We're right where we've always been, Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota since 1975. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
Restrictions apply. Valid on participating brands. 4th tire of equal or lesser value. Offer ends April 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Babe, can you knock out my honey-do list today?
Oh, I know. I told you I'd get to it this weekend.
Hi, I'm Chris Lalomia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. I can't fix your marriage, but I can fix your house. With our handyman for a day service, we'll handle those drywall patches, that door that won't latch, the leaky faucet, and the wood rot all around your house. The whole punch list, done fast, done right. You keep your weekend, she gets the house done. Everybody wins. Book your handyman for a day at thetrustedtoolbox.com. One call, one handyman, one day, the Trusted Toolbox.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Opioids can start as a prescription for pain, but misuse can happen quickly, and addiction doesn't discriminate. It can affect anyone. Take medications only as prescribed. Never share them and store and dispose of them safely. If you or someone you love is struggling, help is available. Call or text 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Prevention starts with awareness. Learn more at georgiaopioidhelp.org. Sponsored by the Georgia Opioid Crisis Abatement Trust.
Look out. Da, 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 da. ELO, baby. Happy Thursday. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. Pete will be back. Flounders here. Jeff's here. And Victor in the booth on a Victor Thursday at 106.3. Electric Light Orchestra, 1972, made their debut at the Fox and Greyhound in London. ELO was formed to accommodate former Move members named Roy Wood, you know that name, and Jeff Lynne, their desire to create modern rock and pop songs with classical overtones. Wood departed following the band's debut record. Lynne wrote and arranged all the original compositions and produced every single album. ELO. I always liked ELO.
Yeah, me too.
It's a good song.
Me too.
Let's see. Birthday list includes speaking of song, Bobby Vinton. Bobby Vinton is freaking 91. Roses are red, my love. Violets are blue. And everything with the sign of the yearbook. And then she went and married somebody else. Blue Velvet was this huge song, Bobby Vinton. And to me, the one that used to get me was Mr. Lonely. I'm Mr. Lonely, just a soldier away from home. 1960s stuff.
Excellent.
Bobby Vinton, 91.
I knew 2 of those.
Yeah. Well, he's 91. This was back in 1962 or something. And on this day in 1996, Oprah Winfrey does a show segment about mad cow disease. And on this day in 1966, Oprah Winfrey says, it has just stopped me cold from eating another burger. Well, Texas cattleman sued her, saying that she made false and disparaging remarks about beef. They know, hold on, my stupid, this piece of crap here. I don't know whether it's a New York Post website or this lap thing.
No, I think it's
plastic piece of crap.
It's the website. Jeez. It does that to me.
I hate that. New York. It's the worst website in America.
Terrible.
Okay, just stops and then recycles and stuff. What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, it's a cattle burger here showed disparaging remarks about beef. The suing guy noted the cattle futures dropped 10% that day and beef prices fell from 62 cents to 55 cents a pound. So Oprah was sued under a Texas food libel law known as false disparagement of perishable food products. It allowed the suing of people who make disparaging remarks about their food. Well, in Texas, cattlemen, I guess I could see why they would pass that. Anyway, Oprah won. I mean, they're not going to the First Amendment on a TV show. So anyway, for the right. Do you know my Oprah story?
No.
Jeff, do you know my Oprah story?
I do not.
Oh, God, it's a double. Flounders going crazy. Flounders does not want to hear this again. He's heard it. Every year I do this story. At least once a year I get to do this story.
It's
not a good story. It's just silly and stupid. But anyway, it's, in the early 80s when I was an anchorman at WLS-TV in Chicago, and also was I did a lot of various things there. And one of the things I did for a while was did some morning news anchoring. And Oprah Winfrey had done a local TV show, one of those back in the late 70s, early 80s. Every market had a local talk show, and it was, I forgot what they called them, people, places, and things. Or what it was like a local show, and it was for half an hour, and it was just local, and they had people in to talk, and all the markets started doing it. It's the way they got more women involved in television. This is back when that move happened. It's why it cost me an anchor job in Chicago because they had to hire a girl to be. I was an anchor man with a black guy named Jack Jones. We were the co-anchors, and they said, well, this when it started, when you had to have a girl on all the newscasts in the 82, 3, 4, whatever it was, and so they said, well, we can't get rid of the black guy, so we're going to have to move Peterson over there. Seriously, swear to God. Wow. The guy told me, and to my face, well, we can't get rid of the black guy, so we're going to have to move you to the thing. Anyway, whatever. Wow. So for a while, I was doing the morning news, and Oprah Winfrey had done one of these local TV talk shows, I think in Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken. I may not be right. I think
Baltimore.
Baltimore, yeah. Well, are you familiar with Oprah back then? Or did you just happen to know that?
The guy who brought her to Chicago was a former boss of mine in North Carolina.
No kidding. Oh. Well, when she went to Chicago, that's where Oprah Winfrey started doing a half-hour talk show like she was doing in Baltimore. I was her newsman.
No.
So I would do the 8:30 in the morning and and now here's the news. Kim Peters reporting. Good morning. And now Oprah Winfrey, right? Oprah, how you doing? Oh, I came up pretty. And so Oprah Winfrey. No. I was her first news guy in Chicago where she got famous.
Wow. Clearly, because
she got famous in Chicago, but then she got syndicated, and she was the institution from Chicago, and I was her first news guy.
So to this day, she should be giving you credit.
Well, once in a while she calls me.
Okay,
but it's not fair. It wouldn't be fair.
Wouldn't be fair.
When she lost all that weight, I liked her chubby. It was, seriously, it's a squeezer. You can really get it. You can squeeze her. I like the squeeze. I love
to each their own.
I love the squeezers. All right. God, it's 3:57. I blew the whole. We got Pete Hegseth. Don't go anywhere now because I'm losing control, but it'll be fine. Well, it happens. It happens.
It's a good chaos.
But we will be. You're going to hear some Pete Hegseth things here in a minute, and including if you ever watch the movie Pulp Fiction, we're going to be referencing that here shortly too. Jeff, do we have time for a Flounders Funny? Here we go. Let's do a Flounders Funny here for you. Look out.
I paid my taxes this year. Never did that before. First timer. And I'm not trying to sound like a tax cheat either. I've always filed my taxes, but all the other years the government was like, ooh, it looks like you need this. In fact, here's a little extra. We're worried about you. We don't know how you're getting by. Yeah. This is the first year they asked me for money, and just like that, I'm now a Republican. First 31 years, bleeding heart liberal. We got to help everybody. So this year, the government's like, you owe us $13,000. Like, oh, it sounds like the rest of you need to pick yourselves up by your bootstraps. This is my money. That's my favorite joke, because that's for everybody right there. That's a bipartisan tax joke right there. Because one side's like, oh, that's funny, he's being ironic, and the other side's like, he's seeing the light.
And who's that, Jeff?
Zoltan.
Zoltan?
Zoltan.
I'll be damned. All right, sir. By the way, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this story, and I'll do it because we're going into the national news here shortly, about the former lieutenant governor of Virginia. And his name is Justin Fairfax, and the headline of the New York Post puts it best. Justin Fairfax, the former lieutenant governor of Virginia, Justin Fairfax was a raging drunk who bought his gun with his kids' horseback riding money before the murder-suicide, according to divorce documents. Going through a nasty divorce. They were living in separate rooms in their house, and he freaked out. He was a drunk and a scumbag, stole his kids' money to buy guns, and he killed his wife and then killed himself in the house with his 2 teenage kids there at the time, and one of the teenage kids had to call 911, finding his mother's bloody body.
That's all. Golly.
That's all I'm going to say about that scuzzbag burning in hell right now.
Yeah.
Coming up on 4 o'clock, it's only me. Kimmer and Victor's here. Pete will be back. Flounder and Jeff are in the house. And you're with us, too, on 106.3. And Shakes and Matt Donovan, a name from the past, coming up next. It's 4 o'clock. I'm very excited about it. We'll see. I'll talk to you.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
Optimism at the White House. On Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump telling reporters he believes a deal with Iran may be very close and that they will not have nuclear weapons.
If one comes together, he would travel to Islamabad to sign a deal, and that the next round of talks may happen this weekend in Islamabad, as we understand it. There were reports this morning that the White House was swatting down. A Reuters report circulating, claiming that the U.S. was scaling back its ambitions for this peace agreement to Iranian sources, claiming that the U.S. was pursuing potentially a 20-year moratorium on enrichment while Iran was asking for 3 to 5.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House. For now, a U.S. blockade of Iranian ports continues with a U.S.-Iran ceasefire set to expire next week. The president announcing a new ceasefire today between Israel and Lebanon, where Israeli forces have battled Iran proxy Hezbollah. The president just posting that he's nominating Dr. Erica Schwartz to be CDC director. She's a former deputy surgeon general. His nominee for Surgeon General has been stalled, partly over concerns about vaccine views. That remains a concern for some lawmakers after changes in the recommended schedule of vaccines for children, which has been challenged in court. But Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. tells a House budget hearing that on a number of issues, the status quo was failing.
As my uncle, President John F. Kennedy, said, progress is a nice word, but change is its motivator, and change has its enemies.
Kennedy says he's ending an era of federal policies that he says fueled a chronic disease epidemic. A source telling Fox News the Department of Justice is now investigating former Congressman Eric Swalwell in connection with allegations of sexual assault. Several women have accused him of misconduct. Swalwell has called allegations false. Another record day on Wall Street. The Dow up 114 at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
For 250 years, Americans have believed in one powerful idea. We were meant to live free. Free to pursue our future and work hard. Free to move. Free to enjoy life without being held back. But if everyday aches and pains are slowing you down, it might be time to declare your independence from pain. I tried everything and anything to help me get rid of my pain, and nothing freed me. It just masked the pain, and the side effects diminished my quality of life. I'm sure you have been there if you have real bad pain. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free, research-based formula that is designed to help your body fight inflammation, one of the root causes of pain. And it is not a quick fix or a temporary mask. It works from the inside out, at the source. Relief Factor. It was created for people to get back to living their life on their terms. Is that you? Walking, working, exercising, enjoying the moments that matter? This year, as we celebrate 250 years of American independence, take your stand for your own freedom. Declare your independence from pain. Try Relief Factor today. 1995, 3-week quick start. Ready for you right now. Visit relieffactor.com, 800-4-RELIEF.
Oh, yeah. The Pinkster. Pinkaroo. Flounder at the controls. What'd you kick Jeff out already? Couldn't take it anymore?
Jeff cut up audio.
Excellent. Well, we got the double whammy going.
That's right.
Very
musical
good.
chairs over there.
Anyways, gotta go. We don't need nothing here. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Give me a break. I love us. Look out. 1972, and the astronauts have now been there, so, you know.
Yes.
1972, Pink Floyd appeared at the Township Auditorium in Columbia, South Carolina. A typical set list on this Dark Side of the Moon tour was the Dark Side of the Moon entire freaking album. One of these days, careful with that axe, Eugene. I don't think I've ever heard that song. Careful with that axe, Eugene.
Well, you need to be on a certain substance to understand that one.
Echoes set the controls for The Heart of the Sun, among others. Pink Floyd, 72 in South Carolina, Township Auditorium. That must have been a hell of a set. Let's see. Birthday list includes that naughty little Gina Carano. She's 44, the badass MMA minx who was fired from The Mandalorian. Remember that? She was conservative. She's also Angel Dust in Deadpool. Gina Carano, the actress and former MMA fighter, is 44 years old today. And on this day in history, 1943, is it Basel or Basel, Switzerland? Basel, I think. I don't remember.
Basel, yeah,
in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Albert Hoffman, a Swiss chemist working at the Sandoz Pharmaceutical Research Labs, accidentally consumes a synthetic drug he had created in 1938 as part of his research into the medicinal value of lysergic acid compounds. After taking the drug, formerly known as lysergic acid diethylamide, Dr. Hoffman was disturbed by unusual sensations and hallucinations, and he wrote the following in his notes. Last Friday, I was forced to interrupt my work in the laboratory in the middle of the afternoon and proceed home, being affected by a remarkable restlessness, combined with a slight dizziness. At home, I lay down and sank into a not unpleasant, intoxicated-like condition characterized by an extremely stimulated imagination. In a dreamlike state, with eyes closed, I found the daylight to be unpleasantly glaring. I perceived an uninterrupted stream of fantastic pictures, extraordinary shapes with intense kaleidoscopic play of colors. After some 2 hours, this condition faded away. He took the drug again to confirm it. Well, just to be sure, I don't want to. It could have been a mistake. I just don't want to. It's science, so you got to, double testing. God. He took it again to confirm the strange physical and mental state. Dr. Hoffman published a report announcing his discovery. LSD made its entry into the world as a hallucinogenic drug. Widespread use of the so-called mind-expanding drug didn't really begin until the 60s, when people like Timothy Leary publicly expounded on the benefits as using LSD for recreation. The manufacture, sale, possession, and use of LSD, known to cause obviously negative reactions in some of those who take it, were made illegal in the United States in 1965. LSD, I'll tell you, that scared the crap out of me. And I was never a drug. I never did marijuana. I never smoked marijuana, even in the Marines, even in Vietnam. I never did weed. Right. The only time I first did weed was when I graduated from graduate school. I was a graduate assistant teacher, and my senior counselor, what do they call them? Your advisor. Master's degree advisor had us over to his house. There were 4 of us, grad assistants, and had us over to his house and broke out some marijuana. So that's first. I said, "Oh my God!" And we wanted to go.
That's just like Animal House.
Yeah, exactly what it was.
Try not to drool.
Yeah, I didn't put somebody's foot on my chest or anything like that.
All right, real quick, we got Doug on the horn, and he's got a quick story about Oprah.
Excellent, hey. Doug. Welcome aboard, man. How you doing? What's up?
Hey, Kimmer, when you were talking about Oprah and she was being sued by the cattlemen in Texas,
yeah,
their legal team brought in a guy named Philip McGraw to help advise her. Uh-huh. She liked him so much, she promoted him. That's Dr. Phil.
Oh my God, is that right?
Huh.
Yes, sir. Look it up. She liked him so much, she said, "You're going to get your own show somehow," and she promoted him.
Holy cow. And now, how did she get to know him? Do you know this?
When she was being sued by the Texas cattlemen,
yeah,
they brought in this legal advisor whose name was Phil McGraw. Huh. And they liked him so much because they felt he could help her win their case, and they did, and he helped her. She liked him so much, she said, "I want to help you."
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Are you? What's his famous phrase? Are you kidding me? What the hell's his famous phrase? Doesn't he have a famous phrase?
Are you stupid or something? I mean,
something like that.
I don't remember. Anyway, thanks, man. It's a great story. I appreciate
awesome.
it. What the hell's Dr. Phil's famous phrase? Are you dumb? Or were you there? Or there's something. Remember that?
Yes. And the minute we leave the show, I'll remember it.
Yeah, I know.
I can't
At 2:30 in the morning, I'll call somebody.
You're going to text Flounder.
My God. Anyway. All right, look out. It's 4:09 already. Kimmer and Pete will be back, and Flounder's here, and Victor's in the house with us, and Jeff is doing stuff in the back with us to do. So we got full blown. All right, let's do a couple more of these news things. If you're familiar with the movie Pulp Fiction, you might get a kick out of this stuff. Once again, two things happened again today. Donald Trump once again went live a couple of times just for, he spent time with the media before he does anything. It's just amazing. Can you imagine the last 4 years? You never saw, we all know the story. Anyway, it's just remarkable. And so did Pete Hegseth and Raisin Kazin, the general, the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and also an admiral who had more spaghetti than I've ever seen on a uniform, by the way. And they were talking to the media and talking to the people. And we're going to play cut number 3 here, Flounder. Pete Hegseth said they were talking about rescuing the downed pilot, that second pilot that was down, and they had to go find him. And we're going to play cut number 3. Pete Hegseth said that there was a prayer they recited before what's called Sandy 1, the rescue operation of the downed pilot in Iran. And he said, now I want you all to join me in the invocation here. As again, Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War, is leading a prayer. He said it was recited as one of the Sandys to all the Sandys, the rescuers, and that A-10 crew before the missions, and especially this one in real time. And here's Pete Hegseth. See if this sounds kind of familiar. Flounder, cut number 3.
The path of the downed aviator is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of camaraderie and duty, shepherd the lost through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children.
That's Samuel L. Jackson in the background from Pulp Fiction.
Upon thee with great vengeance
every single audio has that.
Those who attempt to capture and destroy.
All right, that's too confusing. Anyway, I'll read the words here. That's Pete Hegseth and Samuel L. Jackson in the background doing the other voices. There was from the Oscar-winning movie, Samuel L. Jackson's character, Jules, delivers a Bible verse before opening fire on a group of men who have betrayed his boss. Man, if you say what one more time, remember that? What a great scene.
It's a great movie.
Well, anyway, so Pete, the prayer reads, pray with me, please. Pete Hegseth, the War Secretary, said, the path of the downed aviator is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of equal men. Blessed is he who in the name of camaraderie and duty shepherds the lost through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to capture and destroy my brother. And you will know my call sign is Sandy 1 when I lay my vengeance upon thee. Amen. That was Pete Hegseth. And by the way, I thought in the movie, obviously I'm wrong about this, I thought in the movie he said, when I lay my hands upon thee.
I thought that's what he said, too.
I think he did. I love that movie.
I think he said, when I lay my hands, I swear I thought he said, I may be wrong. I hadn't seen it. I haven't seen it.
I think you're right. I've seen it several times.
And it doesn't matter. I'm just saying. I thought that was kind of cool. And now, awesome. And by the way, Flounder, let's do a cut number 2 here while we're at it with Pete Hegseth. I saw part of this live on TV before he started putting all things together here today in the studio, where Pete Hegseth was also once again, and I really love it when they do this, taking the media to task. Cut number 2 on how they're covering things there, Flounder, if you will, sir.
A note to the press corps, to the American media, as I just can't help but notice the endless stream of garbage, the relentlessly negative coverage you cannot resist peddling, despite the historic and important success of this effort and the success of our troops. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what side some of you are actually on. It's incredibly unpatriotic. This same press corps, not this exact same press corps, but at least an older press corps, bent over backwards during the Biden administration to explain away, the disastrous and disgraceful Afghanistan withdrawal. You called it the greatest airlift in American history. It's almost like you're cheering only for one side.
God bless America.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't know why every teacher in this freaking country, well, I do know why. Isn't it a shame that every teacher in this country ought to go before their freaking classes every freaking morning and say something like this? I mean, can you imagine the difference in this country if we had teachers who would go to public schools and say, now, wait a minute, people, do you have any idea what we're doing and how good this is for the world?
Amen to that.
And stop lying about things that are happening that should be attacked as un-American and treasonous. God, these people are dangerous. They ruined everything.
Yep, I agree.
Oh, we got hot babes all over the place. Oh, my God.
I was wondering if you were going to notice that.
Oh, my God.
I was trying to keep his attention, ladies and gentlemen, but the Kimmer, he will find the Kimmer babes.
That's not right. We have two magnificent blonde ladies who just came in here, and I'm going to have to go home. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 25 after 9. No, I don't know what it is. What hell? Oh, God.
It's time for the Bortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
Okay, I may sound a little hot-headed right now, but yesterday was tax day. Or, in other words, the greatest display of the year of the absolute ignorance and dumbassery of the American people. You walk up to almost anybody. Hey, how much tax did you have to pay this year? Oh, I didn't have to pay anything. I'm getting some back. It ought to be legal to snatch that person's voter registration card away from them on the spot. The government yanks money out of your paycheck every single 2 weeks. And at the end of the year, they give you a little bit of that back. Maybe. I didn't have to pay anything. I'm getting some back. These politicians could not get away with the abuse they heap on the American public, both in taxes, over regulation, interference with everybody's daily life. They couldn't get away with it if it wasn't for this type of stupidity. Virtually all of this power these politicians so love to wield would have been taken away from them if we had passed the fair tax. $50 million in today's dollars spent on research on this tax bill. And most politicians fought it tooth and nail. Why? Because it would transfer massive amounts of power away from the political class and onto the private citizens. I debated the best in my fight for the fair tax. A former assistant Treasury Secretary, now a tax expert at a prestigious New York City university, they all withered. They end up, I wish there was a way for me to reignite this debate. I can only ask one thing of you. Learn about the fair tax. Learn about the freedom it would give you. Read the book. I don't care. I donate all the proceeds anyway, but do something. As I said yesterday, America cannot long endure this level of stupidity. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
This is Poll Paris with Fox News Director of Polling, Dana Blanton.
Taxes, topic du jour. As filing day approaches, nearly 3 in 10 voters say they are okay with the amount they pay. But of course, most, 7 in 10, say their taxes are too high. That's a new record in Fox News surveys going back 2 decades, and it's up 11 points since last year. Also, disapproval of the Trump administration on cutting wasteful government spending is up 8 points compared to a year ago. That matters because the amount voters pay Uncle Sam is not what bothers them the most about their taxes. Only 14% say that's their top annoyance, while twice as many say their biggest beef is how the government spends their tax dollars. The most common complaint, though, is that the rich aren't paying enough in taxes. Overall, about 4 in 10 feel that way. That is mostly driven by sizable shares of Democrats and independents. I'm Dana Blanton. That's your Poll Paris.
So you got into an argument. Things got heated. Then a fight broke out, and it landed you in jail. Now what? You need A Second Chance bail bonds. They can get you or your loved one out of jail quickly, in most cases, in a few hours. So make the right call. A Second Chance bail bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
HowardBrothers.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. Is your grass growing like crazy? Stay ahead of that lawn work and step up your mowing game with an Exmark mower. Exmarks are built tough, cut clean, and make quick work of Georgia grass. Don't just mow like a pro this cutting season. Find your Exmark at Howard Brothers today. Swing by, check them out, and take the hassle out of mowing this season. Exmark and Howard Brothers, ready for whatever Georgia grass throws at you.
Hey, Dad, can I ask you something?
Sure.
How do you know when you're in love?
Well, can't stop thinking about him. Your heart races sometimes, and you just want to be with him every moment of the day.
Dad, I think I'm in love then.
Got a picture?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I remember my first Subaru, too.
There are so many reasons to love a new Subaru. From Subaru of Gwinnett, like standard symmetrical all-wheel drive on most models, top-rated gas mileage, and technology and safety that will give you the warm and fuzzies. Like the Subaru Crosstrek, with 182 horsepower and up to 120 cubic feet of interior space. Or the Subaru Outback, built to take you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance. Add in their amazing staff and incredible service department, and you'll understand why love is what makes a Subaru a Subaru. But the only way to know it's the one is to come in for a test drive. Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, or start shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Attention, extra listeners. Tax season is here. Do you have a retirement tax strategy in place? Because tax planning for retirement is not just about reporting your taxes, it's about planning them. We work with you to create an efficient tax plan to take you through the next stage of life, the next 10 years, 20, 30, and beyond. We'll help keep the golden years golden. Our fiduciary team provides personalized guidance to keep your financial future secure. Don't wait. Plan now for peace of mind. Schedule your complimentary consultation today at masterplanretire.com. Masterplan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Masterplan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Masterplan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Hey, what's going on? You need what? Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah. See a little Led Zeppelin. I got a whole lot of something going on here. I wish I could figure out what it was. I don't know.
She left
give me
already.
Your what now? Give you my whole thing there, like a Led Zeppelin 19. A whole lot of love. Led Zeppelin single certified gold in America 1970 on this day. Sold over 1 million copies. Peaked at number 4 on the American singles chart, and in Britain, Atlantic Records wanted to release an edited version themselves and pressed copies for it. But the band manager of Led Zeppelin, Peter Grant, said, no, we don't do singles. No singles approach to marketing their music in Britain. So they stopped it. They wouldn't release it in Britain. I don't know, whatever. I never listened to them anyway. It's another one. It's great. To me,
Really?
it's just, well, and again, I know I don't count. I'm not, I shouldn't even say anything because no, man, we don't count. We used to have, and I did it there. Screw you, we eat me. How about that? No, seriously. Let's see. It's the Kimmer. Pete will be back. He's doing better. He's progressing with happiness. And Flounders here, and Jeff's here, and Victor's right next door here in the booth. It's Victor Thursday, all Thursday long. And our birthday list includes John Cryer. John Cryer is 61. You know him as Alan Harper on 2.5 Men, Lex Luthor on the CW's Supergirl, and Ducky in Pretty in Pink. Remember that goofy freaking character with goggles or a helmet or something? What the hell was he wearing?
I didn't know that was him.
Yeah, that's Ducky. That's John Cryer, Ducky in Pretty in Pink with Molly Molly Ringwald. Yeah, I had a little crush on old Marley Ringwald.
Lots of people did.
Yeah, naughty little redhead. Anyway, John Cryer. Molly Ringwald was in Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles. And what was the one where they had to go to school for the weekend detention? What the hell was that movie?
No,
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club. There you go.
Gosh, I can't believe I can remember that.
That was with those little
Classic.
bratty kids and that snotty little black-haired chick who, anyway, oh, God.
Classic.
Well, it was classic, Breakfast Club. John Crier's 61 years old today, so we got that going for him. And on this day in history, it was a bad day in 1947. A French ship in 1947, the SS Grand Comte, had 2,200 tons of ammonium nitrate. They were in the Texas City port, and it caught fire. And the 2,200 tons of ammonium nitrate led to a chain of fires and explosions, which included blowing up a chemical plant. It killed more than 500 people and basically blew up the town. All but one member of the entire volunteer city fire department was killed. The deadliest industrial accident in American history, one of the history's largest non-nuclear explosions. They discovered the fire at 8 o'clock in the morning on the boat, trying to put it out. It was unsuccessful. She blew up an hour later. It produced a 15-foot wave and just destroyed, eliminated, disintegrated 1,000 buildings. The ship's 2-short-ton anchor was hurled 2 miles away. 2-ton anchor was exploded 2 miles away. It ignited 960 tons of ammonium nitrate, 1,800 so-called short tons of sulfur in the cargo ship docked 600 feet away. The high flyer exploded 15 hours after the original explosion. That's how bad it was.
Woo.
Yauco. 425. All right, here we go. Our number 404-741-1230, 741-1230. I just got a message that a guy named Shakes called in. Found it was a guy named Shakes called in and said
Shakes.
And he said, do you know a guy named Matt Donovan? Matt Donovan is one of my closest friends. Years ago, played golf with him almost every freaking day. We're come from the same town. And in fact, when I retired, I went to Florida at Palm Beach Gardens and lived at PGA National. Matt Donovan also lived in Palm Beach Gardens, not at the same place I did. And in the season, not in the summer, but in the winter season, Matt he's a PGA pro. He's a tour. I mean, he plays tour events. He's a PGA pro. He's a +7 handicap, which just means he shoots 64 every time. Anyway, and we used to play. We belonged to the same clubs together, and I used to play with him almost every day for a long time. When I was retired down in Florida, what else was I going to say? His brother was also worked there. Anyway, Matt was a caddy during the season at Seminole. Seminole in Florida is one of the most exclusive golf clubs, golfers, real golf. Seminole is the place. The people who belonged to Seminole included Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, wow.
Matt Donovan's caddied for Rush Limbaugh, President Trump. I mean, everybody. The captains of industry belonged to Seminole. I mean, it's just, Anyway, so Matt during the season, at least used to be. I don't know if he still is or not. Now, it was years ago. Anyways, a golf buddy. And by the way, might as well do this now. I mean, it's incredible. I wasn't going to do it right here. Matt Donovan is also from Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Pittsfield, Massachusetts, where my family lived for 75 years or whatever, and still have a brother there. And in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, Elizabeth Banks is a native. Elizabeth Banks, the actress.
Okay.
Elizabeth Banks, the actress, is from Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Matt Donovan went to high school with her.
No
the guy
way.
we're just talking about went to high school with Elizabeth Banks, who was a graduate of Pittsfield High School in 1992.
Wow.
And Matt Donovan went to high school with her, and I'll bet he nailed her. Matt Donovan is Matt Donovan is a real he's a hound. He's a good, I mean, in a good way. He's a really good-looking guy, and the babes love him. I mean, believe me, I've seen him in action. I mean, I'm telling you. And his girlfriend down the floor was a freaking doll. I mean, just gorgeous. And I'll bet you in high school, because she's a kind of a skate. Well, anyway, Elizabeth Banks is in the news complaining about stuff, and I think I'll get to that story a little later. But anyway, what a thing! What a connection to the world. I hear it from a guy, and by the way, his name is Shakes. I'll bet he's also a caddy. That's a great caddy's name. I'll bet he's a caddy. Yeah. Anyway, a guy who knows Matt Donovan, and I was talking about, and in the news today is Pittsfield, Massachusetts, Elizabeth Banks native, and Matt Donovan. Unbelievable. That's just what a small world. I mean, seriously, what is that
thing? People say 6 degrees of connection or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Not Matt.
Bacon. Kevin
Bacon. All right, now let's do cut number 7 here, Jeff. Cut number 7. Donald Trump. Again, Donald Trump went live again today. Every time he can, he just stops and talks to the media.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think just please remember this about what's going to happen if they get back with people like Biden come back in charge again. Anyway, so Donald Trump once again talking to the media, and we talked about the Pope business and if there's some kind of feud. Well, cut number 7 here, Jeff. A reporter asked Donald Trump, "What the hell's going on with a Pope fight? What's the deal?"
Why are you fighting with the Pope? And are you worried it's upsetting your?
No, I don't. I have to do what's right. The Pope has to understand that. Very simple. I have nothing against the Pope. His brother's MAGA all the way. I like his brother, Louis. I'm not fighting with him. The Pope made a statement. He says Iran can have a nuclear weapon. I say Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. And if the Pope looked at the 42,000 people that were killed over the last 2 or 3 months as a protester with no weapons, no nothing, I mean, you take a look at that. So I can disagree with the Pope. I have a right to disagree.
Donald Trump. Once again, it's going live and just addressing the media and everything that's going on. Now, coming up also going right, we're going to do a news break here in a minute. And after that, you'll also hear from one of the sitting Supreme Court justices who rarely, I mean, they don't go out much in public. And we'll talk about that and hear from him as well. But first, one quick story politically before we go, and I was kind of surprised about this. House Republicans have defied Donald Trump to shield Haitians from deportation. That's been going on now. A group of House Republicans said no today. They voted against Donald Trump. They wanted the House Republicans who voted with all the Democrats and 10 House Republicans joined Democrats to shield 350,000 Haitians from getting deported for that phony temporary protected status, TPS program, for another 3 years. Among those who voted to keep the Haitians here for another 3 years, the only one Republican from Georgia who voted in favor of keeping the Haitians here against Donald Trump's wishes, Rich McCormick, Republican of Georgia.
Well,
and since the Senate's not ever going to allow it anyway, I don't know why knowing it would never pass, I don't know why he would go on the record supporting it if he knows it's going to lose. So he must have wanted to make the point, we need to keep all those Haitians here for another 3 years.
Somebody needs to ask him.
Well, whatever. 4:31, Tim or Pete will be back, and Flounder and Victor and Jeff. And it's just too much. I'm going to have to go late, like 7:05 tonight or something. I don't know.
If you listen to Extra, share it with a friend. It's how we grow and how we can reach everyone in the Atlanta community that believes in the American way of life. If you value the station, help us grow by telling someone about the Extra 106.3 app.
Hey, it's Drake Baldwin. Everyone knows my winning team on the field, but when there's no hot water, I need a win at my home base. When it comes to plumbing, my winning team is Superior. Superior Plumbing is there whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or a water heater installed. For over 40 years, they've been Atlanta's go-to plumbers. And Superior is still locally owned. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422 Plum.
Stovall & Company is a locally owned and operated family business that has been around for 75 years, offering quality wholesale landscape supplies to North Georgia. We just opened our 11th location in Canton, Georgia at 9500 Union Hill. Stovall provides contractors with personalized expert service from special requests to direct job site delivery for hassle-free jobs and quality relationships at competitive prices. From plants to irrigation to hardscapes, Stovall truly has it all. Check us out at StovallInc.com.
Are you paying too much in taxes? Most people are, and they don't even realize it. Hi, I'm David Nicholas, president of Nicholas Wealth Management. Every year, hardworking individuals and business owners send more money to the IRS than they legally have to. I hate to see it. Not because they did anything wrong, but because the tax code is complex. It's always changing, and it's full of opportunities most people never hear about. So here's the real question. Could you be paying less in taxes? With the right strategy, many people can. Through smarter planning, overlooked deductions, and better retirement and income decisions, you can win in retirement. That's why we're offering a complimentary tax analysis. No cost, no obligation, just a clear look at where you may be overpaying and what you can do about it. Stop guessing. Get answers. Call Nicholas Wealth Management 678-990-8500, 678-990-8500, or visit nicholaswealth.com.
Nicholas Wealth Management is an independent financial services firm. This is for informational purposes only and is not specific investment advice.
Hey, this is Lowe's with Terry from Alpharetta, who just purchased a new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent, honest way to buy your next vehicle. Terry, tell us about your experience.
I have a son serving in the military. He's active duty with limited time to look for a car. My son was looking for a used Hyundai Veloster, and I had heard about the Honest Car Guy on the radio, decided that might be a route to go, and we made a phone call over the weekend. He screen shared the information with us. We looked over the vehicle, and he took the reins from there, and they were able to walk us through the process of buying the car. We're very clear and transparent, and next thing we knew, we had a car in the driveway.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. So when we go through days or weeks of volatility in the market, Sean, it's hard to know what to do. What can you tell us?
The biggest thing is don't panic or make immediate decisions with your money. Take those emotional concerns out of the middle of it. You know, look, markets cycle regularly. Market corrections and bear markets are a normal part of the cycle. They're just part of the plan that are going to be accounted for. If you feel nervous when you read the headlines about big drops in the market, you might not know enough about how your money is positioned. That's why it's important to get the right guidance on a financial plan for your retirement.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
All right, so now's the time to start, folks. Looking ahead and identifying if you have too much risk in your portfolio. That's the first thing. We have a helpful little resource for our listeners today. We call it the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get it today by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement, plus guides on major topics like investments, Social Security, income planning, taxes, and so forth of the key components of retirement. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework to you right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Firm does not provide tax services.
Oh, when Pete comes back, we're just going to change the format with this 4:30 crapola, where all of a sudden, a lot of things happen between 5:30 in the morning and I start getting stuff together, and they get in here, and then everything's different.
So, out of the 14 stories that were sent to me today,
I laid back too. Sorry,
5.
Well, I'm batting 333 almost, so something like that.
5 stories.
We're working at it.
Chopping away.
And by the way, speaking of things that'll come in the future that are fun, Shannon Burke joins us at 5 o'clock. That'll be kind of fun. Victor's here, the camera, Pete Davis, we'll be back. That's Flounder you just talked to. Jeff is here on the board as well. And it's a beautiful Thursday. Braves are off today, and it's a beautiful sunny day, and so all is right with the world. And Donald Trump, once again, is changing everything. We'll talk about that in a second. First of all, I'll do a quick birthday here. of Jason Schleff. Jason Schleff is 64. He is a member of the band Chicago, which actually it's a three band. Chicago, Three Dog Night, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears are basically the same band. It depends how many trombones they bring, really. And if they have any French horns, and then it's, Three Dog Night is the little thing there. Anyway, and on this day in history, and this is ironic in my way of defining it, when I get to the end, I hope to explain. On this day in 1963, days after being jailed in Birmingham, Alabama for his anti-segregation protests, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. pens a response to his critics on some scraps of paper. The open letter, known now as Letter from a Birmingham Jail. It offered a defense of his protest campaign, regarded as one of the greatest texts of the American civil rights movement. We know through painful experience that freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. He talked about advocating violating unjust laws, urging believers in organized religion break loose from the paralyzing chains of conformity. It was a defense of the nonviolent protest, pushed the issue of civil rights, a rallying cry for fence-sitters to join the fight, even if it meant they might end up in jail because of a protest. The Birmingham campaign drew national attention to segregation. The United Auto Workers paid Dr. King's bail of $160,000, and he got out on April 20th. 4 months later, he was on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial and gave his famous I Have a Dream speech for the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. And I will say this, and I've said it for years, and every time I think about it, and especially days like this, honoring what Dr. King said. There's not one single Democrat leader that you can name today, not one, who believes in the most well-known and famous context philosophy issue that Dr. King issued, and that is to judge a person not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character. And there's not one Democrat today that believes that.
No.
Carmela's side piece, a vice president? Please. How about the Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Bippity Boppity Boo? That freaking airhead. She's a disgrace to the law enforcement, the legal community.
Awful.
I mean, and these people were chosen because of DEI. They were chosen despite their lack of character. There's not one Democrat leader today who can say those words that they believe them. Not one. Can you think of one?
No way.
Every single Democrat believes that you should judge people on whether or not they believe they're tranny, whether or not they believe they changed their gender, whether or not, if they admit that, we got to have 30% of black people, in law enforcement. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Example after example of DEI hiring and justices and everything, and you see what the result is.
You have to agree to be in a victim box, or the Democrats don't want to talk to you.
It's outrageous. And again, the change. The Democrat Party didn't used to be like this.
No. Anyway. I hear stories about the Democrat Party from my dad when he came here.
Well, I mean, Democrat Party used to be, they were pro-union and, business, a blue-collar job oriented.
Yeah, truly
that was it. There was no gender thing. There was no the woke thing. There was no, I don't know.
And they actually loved the country.
Yeah.
Can't say that now
either. Those days are over. We're going to play cut number 5 here, Jeff. A very unusual event at the University of Texas at Austin, marking the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and Justice Clarence Thomas made a blistering critique of modern-day progressivism in a rare public speech at the University of Texas. He's the longest-serving justice on the Supreme Court. Did you know that?
I did not.
Clarence Thomas has been there longer than anybody on that court, on this particular court. And he urged the nation to revisit the philosophical foundations of the U.S. government. Cut number 5, Clarence Thomas, the justice, if you will.
Progressivism seeks to replace the basic premises of the Declaration of Independence, and hence our form of government. It holds that our rights and our dignities come not from God, but from government. It requires of the people a subservience and weakness incompatible with a constitution premised on the transcendent origin of our rights.
He lamented what he called the growing prevalence of cynicism, rejection, hostility, and animus in America, perpetuated by Americans, particularly so-called pragmatists or self-described intellectuals. They recast themselves as institutionalists, pragmatists, moderates, to justify their failures and their consciousness and their country. And again, the cynicism, rejection, hostility, yeah, that's America's whole generation of women, among other things, lately. And he's actually, progressivism is a threat to America. Duh.
Yeah, big time.
I mean, seriously. Stand up for your principles and ideals. Have a level of courage like the signers of the Declaration did. And they all died broke.
Yeah.
Anyway, 443.
He's a brilliant guy.
Oh, by the way, I haven't really. This story's popping up on Fox every once in a while about the mystery of the disappearance or weird deaths of 10 or 11 research scientists, all linked in one way, or not all specifically linked as members of the same fraternity, but all linked in the super intelligence community investigating team of UFOs and outer creatures, space things and stuff, unusual technology and things like that, and they're gone. Yeah. They either died weirdly or they've disappeared. And there are cases where, a couple of very similar cases where, a guy just walked off for a hike carrying a gun and disappeared. And another one was on a hike with people and then disappeared.
There's like 10 of them now.
Now, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I've got a list of what who they were, a couple of causes of death not released. This one guy, Frank Maywald, 61, critical instrument for a project called Surface Biology and Geology of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory for a future NASA mission, satellites into space. And he was working on a program to help astronauts in space missions identify signs of other planets and their life forms. Life in other solar systems. I mean, there's 10 or 11 of them.
Yeah.
And it's very, very mysterious. And I don't know whether there's who knows? I mean, seriously, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. And it's things like this that just give fodder to... You have to ask questions.
Well, for that matter, there have been theories because they found cave paintings and stuff that extraterrestrial creatures have been here thousands and thousands, maybe millions of years ago.
Millions of years, yeah.
I mean, this maybe they left this as a little project. It's like they'll build a little sandcastle with this little globe here, and then they take off with whatever they're doing. This could be their little, science project.
We'll drop these pyramids
Seriously.
here.
Maybe God said, yeah, that'll be fun. We'll do this as a little, we'll send these guys to check on you every 20 or 30 million years, Oh, man. Can't you wait? Wouldn't you love to know?
We could be the entertainment show for somebody up in space.
What if, God had said, yeah, we're going to do that. We'll make them do this, see what happens.
See what happens.
Man, I love it. It's 4:45 already. Holy crap. 106.3. I know. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Look out.
Extra 106.3 is getting ready for the 2026 midterms. And on the ballot, it's freedom versus communism. The choice is clear, and your vote matters more than ever. The future of our community and our country hangs in the balance, and the conservative voice of Atlanta will continue to fight the good fight right up to the election. Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Immaculately designed and manicured backyards can significantly enhance your property's value and visual appeal. And by adding a customized, professionally designed and installed artificial putting green from ATL Turf Co., it'll take your home to the next level. ATL Turf Co.'s custom greens are designed to replicate tournament-level green conditions with realistic ball bounce, roll, and speed, and has a stimp meter of 10 to 12.5. So maybe it's time to consider artificial turf.
Hey, this is John Flading from ATL Turf Co. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Join the Georgia Swarm for an international celebration of culture, color, and community at Swarm World Fest Night. It takes place this Saturday, April 18th at 4 p.m. at Gas South Arena in Duluth. Enjoy performances, activities, and a global celebration of lacrosse and more. Don't miss this exciting event, the last regular season game before the Swarm head to the playoffs. Get your tickets now at georgiaswarm.com for Saturday, April 18th at 4 p.m. at Gas South Arena. georgiaswarm.com.
When I first started using a CPAP, getting supplies and equipment was a horrible hassle. It pretty much stayed that way until I discovered CPAPs, etc.com. Same-day shipping on anything you might need, including travel CPAPs, hoses, masks, you name it. Same-day shipping. CPAPsETC.com or visit their store in Alpharetta. So easy, and you could be preserving your health and saving your life.
If you're looking for strength, capability, and reliability, it starts with Ford. And it starts at Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs.
From the legendary F-150 to the adventure-ready Bronco to the versatile Explorer, Ford builds vehicles designed to handle real life.
And at Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs, you'll find a great selection in stock, competitive pricing, and a buying process that's fast, fair, and straightforward.
No pressure, no confusion, just a transparent experience focused on helping you find the right vehicle.
You can even get started from home. Shop online, value your trade, schedule a test drive, complete paperwork before you ever step into the showroom.
Or come in and work with a team that respects your time and get you on the road quickly. That's how buying a Ford should feel.
Get started at Jim Ellis Ford, SandySprings.com or stop by the Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs showroom, conveniently located at 7555 Roswell Road, just 4 miles north of I-285.
Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs, where you can always expect the best.
We all know the importance of good daily habits, whether it's getting your steps in, stretching those limbs, or eating right. Doing it on the regular is key. That's why if you're dealing with everyday aches and pain, it's time to bring Relief Factor into your routine. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor uses a special formula of 4 natural ingredients. Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain, it helps reduce or even eliminate it. In fact, the longer you take it, the more effective it is. So call 1-800-4-RELIEF and try their 3-week quick start for only $19.95. That's less than $1 a day. Simply call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Wherever you're having pain, don't let it keep you from living the life you want. Make Relief Factor part of your daily routine. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF.
In a time when everything feels political, one place must rise above it all: the courtroom, where the law rules and integrity matters. In 2020, Georgians came together, electing a justice who believes in protecting our courts.
I'm Georgia Supreme Court Justice Sarah Warren, and here's what I believe. I believe in the rule of law, the separation of powers, and a judge's limited role to interpret the law as written. I believe in a nonpartisan judiciary, impartial judges who don't advocate for political positions or outcomes. I believe in deciding cases without bias or favor, treating everyone with dignity and respect. As a justice on your Supreme Court, I've upheld these values. With your support, we'll maintain the integrity of our courts.
Vote to re-elect Justice Sarah Warren. Vote early starting April 27th or on Election Day, May 19th. Paid for by Georgians for Justice Warren, Inc.
Here we go. It's the real Beatles, the old Kimmer Beatles. Da-da-da-da-da. I used to love these songs. You are the thing that you do. There you go. 1964, the Beatles filmed the chase scenes for The Hard Day's Night with actors dressed up as policemen in the Notting Hill Gate area of London. That was on this day in 1964. In the evening, they recorded the title track for the film, A Hard Day's Night at Abbey Road. Here's the thing, though. John and Paul made up the title first. And then they had to write a song to it. They did it in 9 takes.
Wow.
They came up with a song for A Hard Day's Night, but they did the title first and then said, now what are we going to do? Anyway, 4:52 there. Look out. Kimmer, Pete will be back. Flounders here. Victor is sitting next door to us here, and Jeff is on the board as well. A quick birthday thing. Do you know this guy Gerardo, a thing called Rico Suave? Is that a
yes? He's like the epitome of a one-hit wonder.
Gerardo's his name. He's 61 years old. And I remember Rico Suave from something. Anyway,
and that was the song, I think.
Yeah,
Suave.
Rico Suave. Yeah.
Or something, yeah.
And on this day in history, and things like this always amaze me at the end. It was on this day in 1881, Dodge City. Famous Western lawman and gunfighter Bat Masterson fights what is his last documented gun battle. He made a living with his gun from the time he was 20, worked as a buffalo hunter out of the wild Kansas cattle town of Dodge City. Was an Army scout, had his first shootout in 1876 in Sweetwater, Texas. There was a soldier and a dance hall girl and another guy getting a fight over the girl. Masterson and his opponent resorted to their pistols. Both of them were shot. Masterson was wounded, and the soldier and the other guy were both dead. But Masterson was found to act in self-defense, so he didn't go to prison. He became a lawman. Was a Dodge City sheriff, ran saloons and gambling houses. He heard his younger brother was in trouble back in Dodge City when he had left, came back. He was in Tombstone, Arizona, and there was a big gunfight about it, and he traveled he said, I've come 1,000 miles to settle this, mister. I know you are healed, which means armed. Now fight. 3 guys drew their guns. Masterson took cover behind a railway bed. 2 other guys went around the corner of the city jail. Other people joined into the gunfight. 1 bullet ricocheted hit a bystander. The mayor and sheriff showed up with shotguns. Everything was okay for a while. Nobody was mortally wounded, but since the shootout was fairly fought, it was fought by clear rules. I see you a gun, draw, mister, and that was fair.
Wow.
If you challenge the guy and he's got a gun, it's a fair fight. Nobody was charged. Masterson paid a fine of $8 and never fought another gun battle. Wow. Now, he became an icon of the Old West, and spent the last 4 decades of his life working as a sheriff and operating saloons, and finally as a newspaper man in New York City. Bat Masterson, the old gunfighter, was probably among the people riding in an automobile in America because he died in 1921.
Wow.
So he was part of the automotive. I mean, when you think Bat Masterson, you think it's like it's either Sitting Bull or Geronimo who rode in a car. Yeah.
Wow.
And when you think Geronimo, you think 1784 or something. He rode in a car in a parade.
Wow.
Anyway, Bat Masterson, awesome. Of course, a famous TV series, Bat Masterson, it was called, and Gene Barry, I believe. And he had a cane. He had a cane with like a silver tip on it.
Oh, wow.
Bat Masterson. Remember that? You don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
Oh, my God. I'm so old.
I love Westerns, though.
Hey, Jeff, do you remember Bat Masterson, the TV show? You old enough to remember him? Probably not. Oh, God. All right. I'll shut up. You can all go to hell. How about that? You can all freaking eat me. I got to eat me right here. Yeah, you're right. 4:55. Let's go. Shannon Burke at 5 o'clock. Shannon Burke at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Boom. And also, I do some more about this later. We got a Flounders Funny coming up here in a couple of minutes. And you may have heard, we talked about this story the other day. The sports reporter female Diana Rossini seen in a hot tub and doing finger loving and in bathing suits and hugging Mike Vrabel, the head coach of the New England Patriots. Oh. And they were what the hell? They were in. Oh, I hate when I do this. Stepping out, They were at a resort, and no, I hate when
probably Mexico.
No. It was. It was. No, I can't believe the thing here. We'll talk about it. Anyway, they were at a resort, and so she had to quit her job. She got roasted for showing up. They were doing finger linking together, which is
I don't know what that is.
Well, they were doing this with each other.
Oh, okay. Like holding hands.
Yeah. Okay. Linking fingers, looking at each other in the eyes, linking fingers together.
Okay.
Please.
And they got in trouble for that?
Well, no, he's not going to get in trouble because he's a coach. She had to quit her job. And what's going to come up, we'll do it after 5 o'clock. I'll talk to Shannon about this later. Another sportscaster named Michelle Beadle says, all you women who are criticizing this girl, Diana Rossini, for being in the hot tub and stuff like that, you better shut your mouths because I got the goods on you, too.
Oh, wow.
And she says, ladies, at some point I'm going to write a book. And the more I see you yapping out there about all the high and mighty self-righteousness, I know a lot about you people, so be careful.
Wow.
This is Michelle Beadle, a sportscaster who's 50 years old and says, be careful before you throw stones. And by the way, I got a lot of comments about women taking jobs like this and thinking it's okay to be all lovey-dovey and flirty-kissy and stuff like that with guys at work because, really. Well, we'll talk some more about that a little bit later on. By the way, they're both married to other people.
Oh, I did not know that.
Now, I don't know what their wives or husbands are saying about this. There's been no reaction I know of, but, I mean, they were both married. And they're both denying anything was going on. And the girl says, well, it's just part of work, being a hot girl at work. Please, no, it's not.
Right, I don't think so. We can't say that.
How about one more Flounders Funny there, Jeff? What do you think there, man? I got a little something in here for you.
We lost the Indians. What's the Indians' new mascot? Does anybody know? The Guardians.
I agree.
Cleveland Guardians? Y'all know what a guardian is? A guy that says, be home by 10 p.m. and you go, shut up, you're not my real dad. Who are y'all playing? The Cincinnati Stepdads? Who are y'all playing? The Guardians? Nobody's scared of that. You know what I'm saying? No, if you ever watch baseball, they hit a home run, there's no one in the stadium. There's no one in there because no one cares about baseball. I'm saying spice it up, The Rangers? No one's scared of the Rangers. You know what a Ranger is? The guy says, when you're done camping, throw away your trash. That's a... You're not scared of it. I'm just saying spice up the names. You know what I'm saying? If you were watching a baseball game tomorrow and you're like, tonight's rubber match is the Miami Cubans versus the Texas Border Patrol agents. Don't tell me you wouldn't watch the Virginia Vegans play the St. Louis Slaughterhouse Employees.
Virginia Vegans. And my daughter's one of those vegan people.
Gosh.
I don't even know what that means. So, you can't eat anything. That's what it means. And what's the other thing that people, something you can't eat anymore? What's the latest thing they don't eat?
I have not heard about this.
No, everybody knows it. It's something gluten-free.
Oh, gluten-free. Yes.
I got a little gluten extra right here.
I had some extra gluten yesterday.
Extra gluten right here. God. Shannon Burke's joining us after the 5 o'clock news. Look out, 106.3. How you doing? Stand by now. We got everything.
The Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
A new ceasefire takes effect. Lisa Brady, Fox News. This time between Israel and Lebanon, where Iran-backed Hezbollah says what it does depends on Israel, which has been fighting the Iran proxy and still plans to keep troops in some areas during the 10-day ceasefire. President Trump speaking with the Lebanon president and Israeli prime minister earlier today, inviting both to the White House for talks.
Officials are telling us the president was working with leaders at his level while Secretary Rubio worked at the ambassador level. And a White House official tells us as these calls were happening, the State Department was simultaneously working with the respective governments to formulate a memorandum of understanding for the ceasefire.
Fox's Peter Doocy at the White House. Iran has been pushing for a ceasefire in Lebanon as Pakistan works to arrange more talks between the U.S. and Iran.
Iran wants to make a deal, and we're dealing very nicely with them. We've got to have no nuclear weapons. If we do, that's a big factor. And they're willing to do things today that they weren't willing to do 2 months ago.
The ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran is set to end next week. The House Speaker still working to get more Republicans on board with extending part of a surveillance law that allows intelligence agencies to spy on foreign suspects without a warrant.
Wednesday, Speaker Johnson said he was aiming for a vote by Thursday. And when asked about that Thursday, he said,
I won't give you any details yet, all right? We're in the middle of that, but we're building consensus, and I'm very optimistic we'll get there.
He then told Fox's chat program it will be later tonight, though he wouldn't detail what, if any, compromises have been made. Some House Republicans, including Tim Burchett and Anna Paulina Luna, said earlier they were still planning to vote no against a FISA extension. Burchett insisted any extension of warrantless surveillance on foreign suspects would still need a provision requiring a warrant to search for any Americans' data that gets swept up during use of the FISA tool.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. America is listening to Fox News.
For 250 years, Americans have believed in one powerful idea. We were meant to live free to pursue our future, work hard, free to move, free to enjoy life without being held back. But if everyday aches and pains are slowing you down, it might be time to declare your independence from pain. I tried everything and anything to help me get rid of my pain, and nothing freed me. It just masked the pain, and the side effects diminished my quality of life. I'm sure you have been there if you have real bad pain. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free, research-based formula that is designed to help your body fight inflammation, one of the root causes of pain. And it is not a quick fix or a temporary mask. It works from the inside out, at the source. Relief Factor. It was created for people to get back to living their life on their terms. Is that you? Walking, working, exercising, enjoying the moments that matter? This year, as we celebrate 250 years of American independence, take your stand for your own freedom. Declare your independence from pain. Try Relief Factor today. $19.95, 3-week quick start. Ready for you right now. Visit relieffactor.com, 800-4-RELIEF.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of blank. Ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Listening for the sounds of a Florida link to the man on the radio. It's Radio Man in Florida. I hear him.
You'll be okay. You need your Starbucks cup. You need your.
There he is. I hear Starbucks. Somebody's got a Starbucks. Oh my God, they're getting
so
Starbucks.
You're gonna have a shelf in your house. You're like, okay, we're going
gotta get a shelf.
Tonight. Let's grab the cups for that place.
Get cups for the shelf.
Human nature, though.
We got to get shelf cups.
Human nature to try to squeeze.
We got human nature shelving, squeezing.
Out of your, steal some.
We got Shannon. We got stealing cups. I think he forgot it's Thursday. I'm almost positive. He has no idea. Oh my God, he has no freaking idea. We're talking about cups and stolen freezing thing. What the hell's going on down there? What's the matter with you people?
Well, I got a late notification from
well, we have
Brent.
kind of a change going on here.
What's going on? Who's
Pete Davis. Pete Davis was in the hospital, had major surgery, and so he's been out for a while, and so but he's recuperating. He's fine, but he's not here in the studio. Victor's joining us.
Yes.
Victor is one of our guys, and he joins us here. And Flounders here, and our new guy Jeff is being Flounders training our new guy Jeff. So it's like there's four of us, and it's all confusing because it's all we're kind of just doing what we need to do the show. It's just it's all how you doing anyway. So what's going on?
What's happening up there?
I didn't mean to interrupt you. You're talking about the frozen cup or in the cupboards or something. What the hell?
There's a law that stands to be passed in New York City that would let you bring any cup you wanted to into a coffee shop and have them fill your cup up. Instead, they sell it because there'll be less waste. I get that. That's good.
Well,
but then you got some nudnik in there that comes with a giant plastic bucket, with a handle on the side.
64-ounce thing.
Yeah, they want one cup of coffee. It says $2.19 on the menu, but my cup holds a gallon and a half.
But can you bring your jumbo large cup?
I don't even know what that is.
Well, remember in New York they tried to outlaw a while back no more large.
No more 32 ounce. You could buy two. You could buy two 16 ounces all day long. But you can't put them in one cup.
They don't want you to get fat instantly. They want you to spread it out a little.
Yeah, take your time with this, buddy.
Oh my God. New York, man, and people are fleeing. And here he's got with a new tax. I mean, everything he does, and $34 million for a grocery store just that it's going to lose money. I mean, this is hysterical.
It is
Seriously.
funny. The pied-à-terre tax.
Man.
You're just going to drive people out of there. They're already begging Hochul's on her knees, millionaires to come back from Palm Beach. Please.
I know.
Tell your friends we need the money.
Yeah, no way, man.
And she's not bashful about it either. She says, listen, I need you to come contribute to my rather I forget the word she used. My more than sufficient social programs.
That'll be the day.
Well, I mean, have you ever seen a quicker fall than Swalwell's?
Man, I'll tell you. I mean, he could be in real serious trouble. I mean, I doubt, my initial reaction is he's a scumbag. He's always been a scumbag. Everybody knew he's a scumbag. And Nancy Pelosi, that freaking witch, she's going to hell when she dies. I guarantee you. She said, "Well, nobody knew about this. I didn't know anything about it." Oh, please. Nancy Pelosi ran everything in the Democrat Party for 40 years. Give me a break.
And then you have Adam Schiff coming. I go, what? Eric who? Oh, I recall. I remember meeting him a couple of times, but I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, Adam Schiff for brains. I said Schiff.
Schiff
for brains.
Schiff.
I mean, it's just a scandalous, just disgust. And by I'm troubled by this. I really do. I just keep thinking about his man's got 3 young children.
Yeah.
What the hell is he going to have? How's he going to explain that to his kid? And kids are mean, and at school, I wonder if they have to take them out of school.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Can you imagine the effect on those children for the rest of their lives? That daddy's a scumbag and a rapist.
Is going to have to wear a disguise to go to a restaurant.
Drugging women, choking them.
Yeah. That's about the worst of the worst right there.
Man.
Gosh.
And for him to sit up there in Congress and complain about Epstein files and the poor victims they had and all the blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's an absolute scumbag, a cretin of a human being.
Yeah. And a traitor to America and the January 6th Commission business and the phony stuff on Trump. I mean, the scandalous behavior.
And he's the one that said, you must believe the women.
He's not the victims. Got to believe the victims.
Yeah.
Yeah, because think about it. If if you choke somebody out, that's that kicks everything up several notches.
Even if she's wants to be roughed up a little, you don't get the woman unconscious. My God, man. Although the other one that got my attention too was that one of the girls said that she woke up and he was sucking on her toes. So that's kind of let's not be too quick. I'm just saying everything he did was wrong. When if she's unconscious, that's really not the way appropriate.
Unconscious. I mean, look at the guy. I mean, it was scorched earth on him. And he's, no longer going to be the governor, no longer a congressman. He may have his bar card stripped from him. And then what does he do?
Well, obviously it was all political. They must have had this ready to go because they were afraid he was going to win. They were afraid it was going to be 2 Republicans would be in the final balloting for the governor of California.
Right.
And so they'd rather have their billionaire, who, by the way, is a total freaking socialist.
Oh, my God, Steyer.
Oh, man. And he's a billionaire, so he's going to win. Steve Hilton, God bless him, with his Australian accent or whatever it is, it's just the poor, I don't know how they're going to pull this out. But maybe, who knows, maybe.
Like all the pictures you see Ruben Gallego hanging out with the rock.
Well, he was flirty.
I didn't know him.
He was flirty. He was kind of flirty.
I heard he was flirty.
That was
I didn't know he was choking women out.
Oh, man. I mean, God, that's just disgusting. I mean, just disgusting. I wonder, the poor family. It's just horrible. Kids.
Well, hopefully she'll divorce his ass, but we've been talking this week, discovering. I've got a theory that Democrats in blue-run cities and states pass laws and do things solely to spite the right. California was discovered that they've got illegal aliens in sanctuaries there. They're trans illegal aliens, so they're paying for their treatments and their surgeries, top and bottom. And then we learned today that Mayor Wu in Boston is handing out $500 massage passes so you can get some creative healing. Despite the fact that you're being crushed under $50 million budget deficit, you can get your hair done, get some acupuncture. I mean, I do all Democrats this sounds like a great idea.
Well, a priority is given to these people in Boston for low-income, isolated queer and trans migrant and asylum seekers, which means illegals.
Yes.
And refugees. Up to $500 vouchers for free yoga classes, salon visits, massages, gym memberships, and more, funded by the tax dollars. And it's got to be used in Boston. Trauma isolation. They says, Matt, we're saying you deserve rest and healing and community. Many of you LGBTQ plus migrants carry trauma, isolation, and survival on their shoulders, often without access to care.
Suicidal empathy.
Yeah, my God.
Suicidal empathy. You know?
How do you explain this?
I don't know. Do the voters, are they happy about it? You never get the community side of the story.
Well, there in this particular story I have in front of me, there were two people reacting, waste of your fund to tax, da-da-da-da. But nothing's going to happen. It's Taxachusetts.
Yeah.
Believe me, they're never going to change.
No, it is, I think they do it on purpose. They know it's stupid. They know there's a dumb expense. They just got to do it because they know it makes us angry.
But again, what do they think it's going to accomplish? In other words, I don't know why you would single out luxurious help and aids. I just don't understand. Why would you use money for that?
Yeah,
you're supposed to feel sorry for. I don't get it. I honestly don't understand.
I think they just want to create more division.
Well, could there be any more division right now? I mean, good Lord. It's just I don't even know, because these people they're not gaining votes from these people. No. They can't vote. Well, we hope they can't vote.
We hope.
The danger is that the reason they elected Mondami, the commie in New York, was because the exit poll showed that something like 90% of the female voters between 18 and 29, 90% voted for him.
Wow.
It's the young people, and especially the young women, who are spearheading these election campaigns.
Is that because he's handsome to women? I don't know. Is he a good-looking guy?
I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't either. And I do think, though, there's a certain a large segment of voters that really believe to their core, tax the rich, tax the rich, tax the rich, and they don't care. They damn the torpedoes. They don't care what happens. If half the tax base leaves that city, and they all get up, they all have to. They're going to have to endure a 9.9% increase on their home, on their value.
Yeah.
And when the rich people leave, who are paying all the taxes, no one thinks down the line.
Yeah.
When all these billionaires leave, the guy that bought the penthouse in New York City but rarely goes there, spent $200 million on it, he's going to have a fat tax. He's going to, you know what, screw this, I'm going to sell it, and I'm never coming back here.
Yeah.
And then you're taxing yourself into oblivion.
Well, and again, they're asking for it. They must know the results of it. And his promises are all going by the wayside. Free bus rides and free this and free that. I mean, it's almost funny. And frankly, I'm glad. I hope the freaking place just explode. I hope they impeach him, and I hope there are riots in the streets about just saying we're just not going to take this anymore. Bring our country back. What the hell's the matter with you people? He's a communist, and his freaking wife is a Jew hater like the rest of them. Good God! And she even had to make a public apology for all her tweets, but she forgot to mention how much she hates Jews. She forgot that, but left that part out. I'm sorry, I hate all you Jews. God, why do Jews vote for Democrats? I don't understand why any Jew would vote for Democrats. Seriously,
they got them hook, line, and sinker, man. That's for sure.
And by the way, today there's a ceasefire, Lebanon and Israel, for the first time in 34 years. They're going to meet at the freaking White House to settle this stuff. Donald Trump says we're going to do a deal with Iran to get them out of the nuclear energy bomb field if he pulls that off, and the Venezuela thing, and the danger no longer from this. This is if he should win every Nobel Prize. There's physics applied to people feeling better about their lives now, so we'll give him the physics prize too for world peace. It's unbelievable what he's been able to accomplish. Venezuela. It's just everything. It's amazing.
What about his little turf war spat back and forth with the Pope?
Well, the Pope's got to do his thing, but as soon as you get political, you're going to get reaction to it. And I'm disappointed in the guy. I'm not Catholic, so I don't care one way or the other. But I'm, as an ordained minister, however, I do have my problems with him. I think he's asking for reactions, and people who are criticizing criticizing it. Just mind your own business. It's it's a religious thing. He says what he wants, and he ought to call for peace. But it's stupid. Well, in fact, what are the words of a pope ever going to stop any from having war? You think the pope says, well, you need to lay down your arms. Oh, my God, we need to lay down our arms? Geez, I'm sorry, Holiness. I didn't realize that. I guess we ought to stop fighting.
Like
This
an
guy-
Islamic.
He seems to believe that, he speaks about the war. War is bad. War is terrible. And people that war are bad people. He glosses right over the 35,000 or more people that were gunned down in the streets or the hospital beds.
Yeah.
Where's the papal empathy for these people that have been slaughtered in the streets for no reason?
It's silly. I mean, all he can say is, stop killing each other. And, okay, well, great. Appreciate your addition. I mean, seriously, do you think people are all of a sudden, his words are going to all of a sudden bring some calmness to the battling factions in the world?
No, they're not. It just puts America more on the map. It's American. That's what we get for an American pope.
Yeah.
Well,
especially a White Sox fan. God.
I heard you talking before you went to break about Rossini and Vrabel. And how she's had to be forced to resign from the Athletic. But what's the deal with Vrabel? No one says, the coach of the Patriots ought not to be out with some hot young girl, holding hands and getting all schmooky.
It's even worse than holding it. When I saw them linking fingers, I mean, honest to God.
That's a step too far for you.
Well, I mean, I'm an old-fashioned fart. And frankly, my life changed when all of a sudden, some hottie goes into a new career and all of a sudden, you don't measure up to all the guys who are all over. Oh, it's just part of work, a little kissing and, stuff like that. Well, it's just, no, it's not. Sorry. In a hot tub with another guy? I don't think so.
Vrabel's married, too.
Yeah, they're both married.
Wow. Oh. Yeah,
I mean, honestly, that was the end. Stuff like that was too much for me. I mean, seriously, I think it's. And by the way, that stinking rotten Cheryl, was it Sandberg, used to run Facebook or something? She's one leading the effort against trad wives. She's trying to stop women from becoming homemakers and housewives. She thinks that's the worst thing in America is for women, because otherwise the men will just control you like slave behavior, like cavemen. Hey, screw you, Cheryl. How about that? How about maybe women respecting a guy can go protect you and guard you and give everything you've ever wanted as a man in your life? Stinking freaking women like this. God almighty.
I'd love to be taken care of myself, by my trad wife or maybe I'll be a trad husband.
Ladies, a little respect. We will kill for you. We'll do anything for you. If you appreciate the fact that a man is built for a whole different reason to protect you and guard you and love you and save you and do everything we can for you and take care of you. My God, what's wrong with that?
The traditional family they got a problem with.
Oh, they sure do.
Yeah. They don't want you to...
dinner tables? Who needs dinner tables?
Yeah, break out the phones, kids. Let's watch some TV while we're on the...
I'll be back. Yeah, text me when you need something, all right?
Text me when you want to pass the mashed potatoes.
And it happens.
I freaking love it.
It's so true.
I know, it's not right.
I'm sure you caught Hunter Biden. He's got some problems with Trump's use of clemency.
Yeah, I saw that. And again, he even tried
to say that with a straight face.
He even tried to say, well, I shouldn't be. I know, I got a part. For 12 years, he got exempted for all of his crimes. This whole thing is a disgrace. He had to pardon his whole stinking family. And all the January 6 people.
Why is he? I don't even know why would he speak? If I was him, I'd fade into the woodwork.
He wants to be president.
He's going to run. That's what I think.
He wants to be president.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell.
Oh, he's running. I think
he's still in the news. I mean, he's still showing up. He's now he just moved to South Africa.
Yeah, he's hiding out. He's trying to avoid some bill collectors.
Well, that's where his wife's from. So he moved. Now they're living there. He loves it there. Says it's a beautiful city he's ever seen and stuff like that.
Well, that's a beautiful city I've ever seen. There's no feds here.
Yeah, that's right. That's
the best part.
That's
unbelievable.
Right.
Honest to God.
Jurisdiction runs out at the border.
Hell yeah. I would too.
Get it.
Good to hear you guys.
Shannon
Give
Burke.
my best to everybody.
All right, man.
Victor, is it Victor? Is that the name?
Victor.
Yes.
Were you from the morning show? Or?
So I have a show here. I'm the new guy, and I do fill in for the morning show. And every now and then, when the Kimmer takes a vacation,
he does podcast stuff, and he's on the radio, and he's one of them other guys here. So.
Well, nice to meet you, Victor.
You too, Shannon. You
Burke.
too.
We've told stories
guys.
about you. Shannon, have a good one, man. Hi,
All right,
everybody.
folks. See ya.
There
Later.
you go. Outstanding. Shannon Burke down in Florida, man country. Oh, 521.
Oh.
All right, hold on a second here.
Get your sports ready.
Wait, it was on this day. Harry Connick married Victoria's Secret model Jill Goodacre in 1994. It's their 32nd anniversary. Harry Connick Jr. Good for you.
That's awesome.
Anyway, I know the whole crap of sports. Got a couple of sports things here. Pete Davis again will be back. He's recuperating from surgery, and he's got the full-time nurse that is lingering right around for any possible wound area.
Just in case.
Anyway, on this day, and hold on, I got my thing here. On this day in 1999, the great one, Wayne Gretzky announced he's retiring from the NHL. That was in 1999. In 2003, same day, Michael Jordan played his last NBA game, and this time he was a member of the Washington Wizards. 2003, MJ's last game, Michael Jordan scored 13 points, and his team lost to the Philadelphia 76ers. There's the record. And I got another sports thing or two here. I think I saved a couple of sports things because I didn't know if I was going to be doing them here with the thing. Here we go. Here we go. I actually got a sports thing here. It was on this day in 1929, the Cleveland Indians opened the season with numbers on the back of the players' jerseys. The Cleveland Indians, 1929, the first Major League Baseball team to have numbers. Made it easier for scorekeepers, broadcasters, and fans to identify who the heck they were. Cleveland wins the game against the Detroit Tigers in 11 innings, 5-4. The Yankees, who had won the World Series in 27 and 28, were supposed to debut jersey numbers on the same day, but their game of the opening game for the season for the Yankees, the game was rained out. So the fans had to wait another day to see two of baseball's greatest players, Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, sporting jersey numbers 3 and 4, which would become famous, of course, corresponding with their spots in the batting order. That's how they did it. If you were number 3, you batted number 3. Of course, that's only good for the first 9 batters, and then you could bat anywhere. Anyway, Cleveland changed its name to the Guardians. We just heard the comedy bit in 2021, and had numbers on their sleeves for a few weeks in 1916. In 1923, the Cardinals of St. Louis tried sleeve numbers, found it had a negative impact on the team morale. Because that's what it says here. In 1923, the St. Louis Cardinals took it off the team's sleeves because of the continuing embarrassment to the players. The numbers were removed, according to manager Branch Rickey. By 1937, every MLB team had numbers on the backs of their jerseys. In 1960, the White Sox were the first team to put names on the back of their jerseys. The Yankees, as of today, are the only team with no names on the back of their baseball jerseys. And as I recall, there was a big fight over putting names on the back of the jerseys as opposed to just numbers, because the ball clubs made money selling programs. And they wanted people to say, who's number 6? Instead of not having to look it up, so they had to buy a program. I mean, it makes sense.
That makes sense.
But again, that's just some of the changes in the things.
Wow.
What else we got here? Do we have any other sports stuff here? Hold on a minute.
The Braves won, didn't they?
Braves won. I was going to try to watch it on TV, but I'm too old. I'm not
We are the only team in baseball that has won every single rubber match this season.
Oh, no kidding.
We have not lost a series.
Wow.
Sweet.
Well, I did not know that. That's
Don't
cool.
jinx them.
No.
So I probably just jinxed us.
All right, now I'm looking up ESPN because I have little headlines here, and I'm going to let's see. Oh, here we go. Penix. Oh, I wonder what we're talking about. Oh, wait a minute now. This may not be. Hold on. Here we go. A former Alabama football player faces charges of wire fraud and identity theft after using wigs and fake driver's licenses to impersonate NFL players for the purpose of securing $20 million in loans.
Oh.
The prosecutors allege that Luther Davis pretended to be 3 different NFL players to get loans from lending agencies. The players whose identities he used were Falcons quarterback Michael Penix Jr., Cleveland Browns tight end David Njoku, and Green Bay safety Xavier McKinney. None of the players had anything to do with this. It was not their doing at all. There were fake email accounts created without their knowledge, which is good. Anyway, the guy apparently got caught using their identities. I guess because what, black guys all look alike? I mean, that's it. I guarantee you that's it. Because black guys look alike. I mean, how wrong is that? All right, hold on. Let's see what else we got here. Wide receiver found negligent in crash. Spolstra, ball, Jones plea. Here we go. The football draft is coming up, and the general manager of the Chiefs says they expect it should be an entertaining night. There'll be a lot of trades. And one quarterback, Indiana's Fernando Mendoza, will be selected in the first 10 picks. I think he's going to go number one. I think everybody thinks he's really the top guy. The other top prospects, Ohio State linebacker Sonny Styles. He's another one. They could have a linebacker go number one. Running back Jeremiah Love. There's another guy. They love that guy too. And Ohio State safety Caleb Downs. All those four guys could all go number one. Or trade up to get them. That's the other thing. If they know they're going to, all those guys are going in the top 10, and so the teams are going to be jockeying to try to get that.
Hey, Kimmer.
Yeah.
Real quick, we got Shay on the horn.
Shay on the radio. Hey, Shay, how's it going, man? What's up?
It's Shakes, the caddy.
Oh, Shakes. Hey, Shakes, the caddy. Oh, my God. How's it going? All right, now tell the people who, I don't even know who you are. You're a friend of Matt Donovan, my buddy, golfing buddy?
Yeah, so I caddy at Seminole, and I caddy with Matty. Okay? I caddy with Matt.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of years ago, I played golf with yourself, myself, and Matty D at Belle Isle. And it was the best experience I've ever had in my life.
Oh, my God. Oh, my.
Yeah, and so
yeah, go ahead.
And so I used to, I played in the Snowball Open way back in the day.
Oh, man, those were the Snowball Open. We had the Irish Open. We had not the we had not the Kimmer's Irish Open because they took my name off it after the first year.
Oh, wow. What did you do?
But no, seriously, when I played with you at Belle Isle, it was unbelievable. It was the best experience I've ever had in my life. I had so much fun.
Well, it wasn't because of me, I'm sure. It was just, on the golf course.
Yes, it was. Well, yeah, because the cart girl showed up, and you were like, just fill the carts up. Just
oh, I love it.
So I want to know, what's your shirt size?
My shirts. I'm a large. The large will work. It varies a little bit, but it's a large. I'm basically a large.
Flounders a medium, by the way.
Yeah, Shakes. I'm a medium tall normally.
Well, and what about Pete?
Pete Davis is probably an XL. Pete's got to be an XL.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Pete's an XL.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Now, are you down in Seminole with Matt now? Are you still?
I am.
We
closed down on Sunday. It's our last day, but I'm heading to Atlanta for a couple of weeks, and so I want to stop by and give you guys a gift.
Oh man, but that'd be so cool. I was telling the folks that Seminole is closes down, much like the Masters, Augusta National. They close down in the hot weather. They don't operate at all. But I was telling how Matt and you guys, caddy for people like it was Rush Limbaugh and Donald Trump. I mean, celebrities, all of the gazings. Who are the people you've caddied? Tell us about some of the experiences down there at Seminole with my buddy Matt.
I'll tell you a good story. This is a good one. I wasn't caddy for Rush Limbaugh, but he makes the turn, and he shows up in the golf cart, and I said to him, mega dittos, Rush. I said, how's the golf game going?
Yeah.
And he looks at me, he goes, Shakes. He said, everything's going left. And when everything's going left, it's no good.
Didn't he used to wear two gloves, a glove on each hand?
Yes. But he was a great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Oh, that's so cool.
I'm very blessed. All the people I've got to caddy for. I've been there 22 years. I started at Eastlake in Atlanta.
Oh, man. Love that.
Back in 98.
Wow. Cool. I think that's probably. I think that's the year I got to play Eastlake. Was that fun? Oh, God, what a golf course! I'm walking in the steps of Bobby Jones and all those guys. Oh,
I know,
man.
and everything that Cousins did to regenerate that whole area.
Little Vietnam.
Amazing.
Yeah, Little Vietnam. They used to do wagers at over-unders on when you hear the first gunshot. I'm not making that sound. Playing golf at East Lake, they were over-unders on what hole you're going to hear the first gunshot.
Oh, my God.
And Tom Cousins said, oh, no, they called it Little Vietnam. It was, I mean, seriously.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. For years. Wow. Oh, my God. Well, it's so good to talk to you. Yeah, cool. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you too. And every time you mention Matt Donovan, I always tell Matt, I was like, can I mention you?
And shakes. Well, I'm going to change that. So Matt Donovan and shakes. Matty and shakes. I love it. Oh, that is so cool. Well, I've been hitting balls lately. I haven't played in a long time, but I hit balls every once in a while just to remind myself how much I used to love this stupid game. That's about it these days. Shakes, great to talk to you, and we'll look forward to seeing you and saying hi, and give my best to Matty, too. A great guy. I think about him all the time. The place down there at PGA National and playing those golf courses.
Yep.
All right, man. Great to talk to you.
Well,
thanks, Shakes. Have a great day.
Man.
Thanks, man. Hi to Matt. Thanks, Matt. Very nice. How cool is that?
That's awesome.
What a small world. I mean, again, a small world. He's in Jackson, in Seminole, Florida.
That's wild.
Cool. All right, 4:30. It's 5:32. Holy cow. No, 106. We'll be. Hold on. We got everything. Look out.
Hey, Dad, can I ask you something?
Sure.
How do you know when you're in love?
Well, can't stop thinking about him. Your heart races sometimes, and you just want to be with him every moment of the day.
Dad, I think I'm in love then.
Got a picture?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I remember my first Subaru, too.
There are so many reasons to love a new Subaru from Subaru of Gwinnett, like standard symmetrical all-wheel drive on most models, top-rated gas mileage, and technology and safety that will give you the warm and fuzzies, like the Subaru Crosstrek, with 182 horsepower and up to 120 cubic feet of interior space, or the Subaru Outback, built to take you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance. Add in their amazing staff and incredible service department, and you'll understand why love is what makes a Subaru a Subaru. But the only way to know it's the one is to come in for a test drive. Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, or start shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. The legacy of Joe Biden lives. His open border policy let millions of illegal criminals stream into our country. We continue to have customers visit the showroom and report that they have been victims of break-ins and lost their hard-earned and irreplaceable items. So don't be a victim. Drive by the Safe House showroom and see what real security looks like. Picture yourself placing your valuables in a Fort Knox safe. Now that's real protection for your priceless valuables. Drop by the showroom or go to AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
We all know the importance of good daily habits, whether it's getting your steps in, stretching those limbs, or eating right. Doing it on the regular is key. That's why if you're dealing with everyday aches and pain, it's time to bring Relief Factor into your routine. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor uses a special formula of 4 natural ingredients. Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain, it helps reduce or even eliminate it. In fact, the longer you take it, the more effective it is. So call 1-800-4-RELIEF and try their 3-week quick start for only $19.95. That's less than $1 a day. Simply call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Wherever you're having pain, don't let it keep you from living the life you want. Make Relief Factor part of your daily routine. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF.
Pay to play, sweetheart deals, government land grabs, and a rigged gambling law. Corrupt career politician Burt Jones made a fortune in public office. But it gets worse. Now Jones is in the tank for illegal Chinese vapes. They're poisonous, they're addicting our kids, and President Trump issued a national order to ban them. But just like a career politician, Burt Jones ignored Trump's order and blocked legislation to stop the sale of illegal Chinese vape pens in Georgia. That's right, Jones ignored Trump and blocked the legislation to ban them right here in Georgia. Why? Because the Jones family is making big bucks selling the same deadly addictive Chinese vapes Trump banned in their gas stations. corrupt career politician Burt Jones. He sold out Georgia for Chinese vapes.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Well, this sure is planning season, and you builders and contractors, Stovall and Company, third-generation wholesale landscaping supply folks. And again, I'm going to start with this, bragging about these guys, Paul and the boys, Trip and Devin. If you need something really special for a project and they don't have it, they'll tell you where else to get it. But they have pretty much everything. They have landscaping supplies and trees and shrubs and flowers. And you'll see their flowers and shrubs and growing plant beautiful things, and sprinkler systems and concrete stuff to help with an outdoor fireplace or maybe a kitchen by the pool or something. They've got it all, and if they don't have it, they'll get it for you. StovallInc.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. Is your grass growing like crazy? Stay ahead of that lawn work and step up your mowing game with an Exmark mower. Exmarks are built tough, cut clean, and make quick work of Georgia grass. Don't just mow like a pro this cutting season. Find your Exmark at Howard Brothers today. Swing by, check them out, and take the hassle out of mowing this season. Exmark and Howard Brothers, ready for whatever Georgia grass throws at you.
Right now, new car prices are out of control. Yes, it's more affordable to buy a used vehicle, but can you really trust what you're getting? That's why I use VIX Auto Care. VIX can perform a pre-purchase inspection of the vehicle I'm thinking about. They'll check it out from top to bottom, so I know if there are any potential problems. VIX helps me make the right decision. So before you buy, give VIX a try. VIX Auto Care on Roswell Street in Marietta. Visit them at VIXAutoCare.com. That's VIKS Autocare.com.
Just east of Atlanta, there's a place where the game slows down and the good times tee off. Welcome to Cherokee Run Golf Club in Conyers, Georgia. An Arnold Palmer signature course designed in 1995, carved through rolling hills, towering pines, and wide open skies. Cherokee Run brings championship golf together with pure Georgia beauty. From perfectly manicured fairways and newly renovated bunkers to lightning-fast greens, every round feels like a getaway without going far at all. So whether you're chasing a personal best, enjoying a weekend with friends, or just soaking in the scenery, this is golf the way it's meant to be played. And when the round's done, kick back, grab a bite, and relive every great shot in our state-of-the-art clubhouse, Cherokee Run Golf Club. Play legendary. Play relaxed. Play where Georgia golf runs free. Book your tee time today at CherokeeRunGolfClub.com and experience the thrill of playing the run.
Stream Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, Glenn Beck, Fox News, and even NASCAR on Sundays. Anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app. Download the app now and get 24/7 access to the live stream, the latest news, and everything you need to know about Atlanta's only conservative talk station. Download the Extra 106.3 app for Apple or Android and check out even more great original content at thepodcastpark.com.
Here we go. Rolling Stones. A little bit country once in a while. 1964, Rolling Stones' first album, released in Britain, went to number one in 2 weeks, stayed there for 40 weeks. 11 weeks at number one, the American edition of the LP for the Stones with a slightly different track list came out on London Records in May of 64, subtitled England's Newest Hit Makers. And that later became the official title. They were released in America, the first one of the Stones, 1964. And again, that was a sound. And again, and Flounder yells at me, and Pete makes fun of me when I do this. I'm telling you, back in the day, in the early 62, 64 era, it was the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and the Dave Clark Five.
You always have to throw the Dave Clark Five.
Clark Five. See, Flounder, he hates it. And the Animals. I mean, they were like four. Yeah, they were all kind of sounded the same, kind of rough, different. It was a different sound, and they were. And the Dave Clark Five, obviously, you know, but they were. That was all the music. That was the groups. I mean, they were all bunched in together. For the record. All right, hold on. We got birthdays here. Oh, by the way. I always thought that this girl has built-in sex appeal, and women either have it or they don't. And Ellen Barkin has it. Do you know the actress Ellen Barkin? Know. Ellen Barkin is 72 years old. Ellen Barkin was that hot chick that they were messing around with in the movie Diner. That was way back. It was a very bizarre movie, and they were sitting in a diner telling the stories with, and it had a very famous cast. And anyway, she was in that. Ellen Barkin was in Tender Mercies, Big Easy, Drop Dead Gorgeous, and also Ocean's 13.
Okay.
She was the one up in the tower, and even in her 70s, she said she's got sex appeal like crazy. And I remember her in Drop Dead Gorgeous, which I love that movie, and everybody thought it was crazy and dumb, and no one's ever even heard of it. But it was a really funny movie about beauty queens, and it had the girl who was in the guy where he throws his hand sticky stuff out, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Who's the one with the big head and the kind of crooked teeth, and she had her own series a while. Blonde chick. Oh, who the hell's that girl?
Crooked teeth.
She was she was in the Spider-Man thing. She was in the movie Kristen somebody.
Kristen. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Now, see, you got the old man disease.
Oh, yes,
again.
I do.
What the hell? Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten
Dunst.
Yes.
Yeah. And by the way, Kirsten Dunst was also in a movie called Dick. D-I-C-K, and it was a movie about Dick Nixon and the days of Dick Nixon, and the story was this really is a hysterical movie. If you've never seen it, and if you can find it, I suggest it's different. It's really weird. It was the story of the Watergate affair scandal, seen through the eyes of the two 16-year-old girls who discovered it. And the story was the 16-year-old girls were in the Oval Office with Nixon, and they were just, it's really a goofy, funny movie, and it's called Dick, and it's got to be 30 years ago.
I was going to say, what year did that come out?
Anyway, and so Kirsten Dunst was in that. Now, on this day in history, on this day in 1994, the National Comedy Hall of Fame inducted its first woman.
I'm just so proud to be here. Oh, this is so much fun here tonight, and all these fine folks taking these pictures, and they won't be no good. I had my picture took, and I said to the photographer, that picture don't do me justice. He said, lady, you don't need justice, you need mercy. Well, I'm happy to have all these folks here tonight, aren't you, Ray? Good to have them. Well, a terrible thing happened to me here. I was on the road, and I stayed in a hotel, and I almost had to leave. Really? Oh, it was terrible. I went down and told the manager, I said, I ain't going to stay in this hotel. It ain't decent. He said, what's the matter? I said, right across from the court from me, there's a window with a window shade all the way to the top, and a feller's in there taking a shower. He said, well, I'll go look up there and see about it. So he come up there, and he looked across the court, and he said, well, I can see a window with a window shade all the way to the top, but I don't see no fella taking a shower. I said, you get up on that chest of drawers and look.
That's Minnie Pearl. Minnie Pearl, known for her trademark howdy and a price tag of $1.98 sticking from her hat. Inducted on this day in 1994 into the National Comedy Hall of Fame, Minnie Pearl had already been inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame 20 years earlier, 1975. And with Minnie Pearl, howdy. So there you go. And your mom now is a big...
Oh, my goodness, my mother. I know Minnie Pearl because of my mom. My mom would watch her. I don't even remember the show. I just remember at night after dinner.
I don't think she had her own show, but she was part of... But she was on a lot of TV shows, and that may be...
I just know my mom after dinner, I'm going to watch Minnie Pearl.
Well, there you go.
So,
it's already 5:45. Holy cow. We got one more Flounders Funny coming up for you. Recap the stuff that's going on, including Donald Trump saving the freaking world. He's got a truce. He's got a ceasefire. This is amazing. And they're coming to Washington. the whole world. He's going to get every Nobel Prize.
He should.
It's 5:45. Kimmer Pete will be back. Victor's here. Flounder and Jeff on the board. And what a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Look at 106.3. How you doing?
Miss any of the show? No sweat. Grab your Extra 106.3 app and listen to show replays whenever you want. Download the Extra app now for Apple and Android by searching for XTRA 106.3.
If you live in Georgia, you already see it. The cars are turning yellow, the pollen is here, and this year, with an earlier and warmer spring projected, it's hitting even sooner. But here's what matters most. It's not just what's outside, it's what your family is breathing inside. Your kids, your pets, you. Your HVAC system doesn't just control the temperature. It circulates the air throughout your entire home. And without proper filtration and purification, that air can carry pollen, dust, and allergens right through every room. Central specializes in whole home air purification systems, advanced filtration, humidity control, and high-efficiency carrier systems are designed to support healthier indoor air. When you combine air purification technology with dependable carrier performance, you're creating a cleaner, more comfortable environment for the people who matter most. Right now, you can receive up to $1,700 in rebates plus 60 months 0% financing on qualified systems, making it easier to protect your home before allergy season peaks. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com today. Central Heating and Air, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Join the Georgia Swarm for an international celebration of culture, color, and community at Swarm World Fest Night. It takes place this Saturday, April 18th at 4 p.m. at Gas South Arena in Duluth. Enjoy performances, activities, and a global celebration of lacrosse and more. Don't miss this exciting event, the last regular season game before the Swarm head to the playoffs. Get your tickets now at georgiaswarm.com for Saturday, April 18th at 4 p.m. at Gas South Arena. georgiaswarm.com.
The best time to shop for a new car is when selection is strong and the offer is clear. Right now at Marietta Toyota, the new 2026 Toyota Camry is all hybrid and in stock. It's built for commuters with exceptional fuel efficiency, up to 53 miles per gallon in the city. Voted Best of Cop, Best New Car Dealership, and Best Dealership Service Center. Here's the difference you don't get everywhere. Every new Toyota comes with our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, unlimited time, and unlimited mileage for as long as you own your Toyota. For well-qualified buyers, special APR financing is available on the new 2026 Camry, 4.99% APR for 72 months. We're right where we've always been, Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota since 1975. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
4.99% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers will qualify. Offer ends May 4th, 2026. Lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for details.
It's tax season, and by now, I know you're a bit tired of the numbers, but here's an important one you need to hear. $16 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud. Not all grim news. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second for your personal information and alerts you to threats that you could easily miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK, 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
Look out, here we go. It's only me, it's only the Kimmer with Victor and Flounder and Jeff on the board. And phone calls and Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry on this day in 1956 recorded that Roll Over Beethoven, released by Chess Records, who had said that Berry wrote the song in response to his sister Lucy always using the family piano to play classical music when Chuck Berry wanted to play pop. So the lyric, roll over Beethoven and tell Tchaikovsky the news, refers to how classical composers would roll over in their graves upon hearing that classical music had given way to rock and roll. Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Roll over Beethoven. Phone calls take priority. Ghost Hunter Joe, you on the radio, man. How's it going? What's up?
It's going great. We got Kimmer and Victor and Flounder and Jefferson.
That's pretty good.
I love it.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
You were talking about how it was Martin Lawrence's birthday. Well, my brother, one of my brothers, I'm the youngest of four, he used to live in a neighborhood in Lilburn where there was a stuntman who worked in Hollywood and on TV.
Huh.
He did work for The Walking Dead, the originals, and he was in a movie with Martin Lawrence called The Black Knight.
Okay.
And he said, which was a very entertaining movie, but he said that Martin Lawrence hated white people.
Really?
And yeah, wow. and he was very unprofessional because the director would say action in 1, 2, 3, and once he got to the 3, then he would start approaching his mark instead of being on the mark at the 1, 2, 3. Huh. And this stunt man, I'm not going to mention his nickname or name, but he was a stunt man, but he had the consultant or the stunt supervisor said, "Hey, I want you to come over here, look on this terminal, this screen here, and just watch this scene for me and tell me what you think." Well, one of Martin's entourage came over and said, "Hey, what you doing here? You're not supposed to be here." He's like, "My boss told me to be here." And so it was just. He's not very likable. He's great on screen, but in person, apparently he's not.
I'll be darned. Well, I've never heard that. I don't. So it's a shame. I think it was his birthday. I forgot what you even mentioned it. I think it might have been. Anyway,
you mentioned it earlier. I think in the
61.
First hour,
I think
61. Yeah.
I'll be darned. Well, that's disappointing. Well, thank you, Ghost Hunter Joel. Yeah.
Well, give Victor his own show on Extra 106.3.
There you go. How about 3 to 6?
No,
3 to 6 would be good. Maybe co-host it with Shannon Burke. I got an idea. How about Victor and Shannon Burke, 3 to 6? How about that?
I cannot take the place of the legend. But thank you, Joel.
Really.
We'll let management know, Flounder.
Oh, my God. All right, man. Gotta go. You're killing me. Go send it, Joel. Maybe a 3 to 6. 404-741-1230. Almost out of time. Beautiful, hot, sunny afternoon. A couple of quick birthdays. The sports type birthdays, too. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the Hall of Famer, 79 years old today. And Bill Belichick's birthday, 74. Legendary coach of the New England Patriots, now coaching the University of North Carolina. And I guess not having a good time of it. But isn't it funny? He has not been in the news in a long time, and neither is his hot little girlfriend.
Right.
Bill Belichick today is 74, and she, I think, is 24. Yeah. 26 or something like
somewhere
that.
Somewhere in the mid-20s.
And runs the joint. I guess she's pretty feisty. I think she pretty much does what she wants.
That's what the rumors are.
Anyway, let's see. On this day in history, a little kind of a sad note and a happy note in a way. On this day in 1989, it was the debut of the comic strip Dilbert, created by Scott Adams to satirize white-collar work at the office. The Dilbert principle, quote, "The most ineffective workers will be systematically moved to the place where they can do the least damage," says the management. The most ineffective. Anyway, and Scott Adams passed away. He had that horrible disease, and it got him, and he got. In fact, we mentioned, was it several months ago, and he passed away, and I remember he was trying to kind of set the record straight and, thoughts about doing the right thing in America and stuff, and, it was kind of a shame. Anyway, Scott Dilbert comic strip, Scott Adams, 1989 is when it debuted. Let's see, 5:54. We mentioned... Pittsfield, Massachusetts, Elizabeth Banks. And I want to follow up on that story because there's even more to it. Elizabeth Banks, the famous actress from not only from Hunger Games, but also she was in 30 Rock. She played a great role in 30 Rock as a newscaster person. And I mean, she's a great little actress. She was in Modern Family. She was in... What the hell did I write down? Matt something stroke? What the hell did I write there? Oh, my God.
I didn't.
Anyway, and she was in the 40-year-old virgin.
Yes.
She was the girl in the bookstore, the movie store, the tape recorder movie store, the tape rental place or something.
It was either that or an appliance store.
No, I don't remember. No,
movie. No, it was,
I think it was a movie. Men renting a movie.
Yes,
anyway.
yes.
And Elizabeth Banks. Well, Elizabeth Banks now says that she can't believe that white women in America voted for Donald Trump and against Carmela. What were you thinking? She says. You used the model of me, Effie Trinket, on the Hunger Games, fighting against fascism, comparing Trump to child murdering totalitarian regime evils.
Oh my goodness.
And she says she can't believe that Carmela lost. She was a supporter of her, worked for her, and so forth. And by the way, now for the record, she also supported Hillary Brown and Peace Stinky Fart Cabbage. And for the record, here's a response from a woman who is an Iranian doctor. And by the way, in Iran, they've now threatened to hang one of the protesters who is a knockout-looking chick, looks like a TikToker. Yeah. They're going to hang her. But an Iranian-American doctor from Iran, an American doctor, sends a message to Elizabeth Banks and other public figures. Here you are in your flimsy little cushy couch with her hair all slicked back, talking about anybody could vote against Donald Trump, or for Donald Trump, rather. You claim to be a feminist. You claim to be a humanitarian. Where were you when the women need you? You're a fake. You know what they do? This woman's about to be gang raped and publicly executed. When the women are going to be executed, they make sure they gang rape them because they don't want any virgins going to get killed. So they make sure they're not virgins, so they'll get their a good heaven by raping them all. So they're going to hang this woman, but first they're going to gang rape her. Elizabeth Banks, how about you go to hell, you little snot? God, she wouldn't be in America. She wouldn't be able to say that stuff. No. One more Flounders Funny. I'm almost late. Here we go. One more.
Now, there are times that I want to be serious, and comedy finds me. 2 weeks ago, went to a wake. Not a place for comedy. Although the lady that saw me walk in didn't think that. As soon as I walk in, oh my God, I love you. What are you doing here? I'm performing. What do you think I'm doing here? So I go into the wake and I'm trying to behave. And out comes the deacon to give the mass. 4.5-foot Asian guy that looked exactly like Mr. Chow from Hangover, okay? So I'm saying to myself, we're still good. So he looks like Mr. Chow. There's no way this guy is going to have a full-blown Asian accent. The strongest Asian accent. The guy's first word was hallelujah. Why do you have to pick a word with so many letter L's in it? He came out, hallelujah. I looked up, why are you doing this to me? Then he starts talking and telling everybody the difference between a deacon and a priest. He goes, I know some of you look at me and you're thinking, why does he have a ribbon going across his chest? Because I'm no priest. A priest have a round shoulder.
Oh my God.
I'm a deacon. We go across the chest. Cross it. A priest cannot get married. I'm married. I'm making up my own prayers. Our Father who art in heaven, please don't make me laugh. I'll keep it in. I'll only grin because my wife will kick my ass. And then he blew my mind. He goes, I don't know what your plan is for this person, but you can either bury her or cremate. And when the people cremate, they ask me question all the time. Can we share the ashes? Meaning, can my brother have some? My mother have some? My sister? No! Because when God come to resurrect this body, the body part gonna be all over the place.
Oh my God. Who's that there, Jeff from Flounder? Do we know? Yeah, we'll get him next time. Look out. Victor, thanks as always.
Absolutely.
Boys, God bless America. I gotta go. Christine, sing me home, baby. You gotta go. You're killing me. Look out, Herb. Stand by.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station.
pause in fighting. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. Israel agrees to a 10-day ceasefire against Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. And Lebanon has also signed on.
The Iran-backed terror group there could fall in line, claiming they're watching developments unfold. Israel still has troops inside the country. Why this is key is Iran has called a break in Lebanon clashes an integral part of any regional ceasefire. We note the U.S. and Iran have been trading messages in recent days. Pakistan officials acting as go-betweens. Indications there will be another face-to-face meeting between the two sides and, if necessary, an extension of the Iran ceasefire, which ends next week.
Fox's Greg Palcott in Tel Aviv. The U.S. State Department says, according to the agreement reached between the two sides, Israel reserves the right to defend itself at any time against planned, imminent, or ongoing attacks. President Trump now on his way to Las Vegas, where he's set to deliver remarks on his no tax on tips policy. Before he left, he said the U.S. and Iran are close to a deal.
Iran wants to make a deal, and we're dealing very nicely with them. We've got to have no nuclear weapons. If we do, that's a big factor. And they're willing to do things today that they weren't willing to do 2 months ago.